the stadium, lights so bright we can't sit still. Hot dogs and a cold chill, we go wild just for the thrill. Cheerleaders doing their dance, crowd in a football trance. Friends and beers in every hand, living life like we planned. Let's up and go, we won't slow down in this wild football show. Let's up and go, we'll make some noise in this big crowd we know.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome, one and all, to today's live stream. We've got an AFC showdown today. AFC East with the Miami Dolphins and AFC North with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Excuse me and hello, what is going on? We got Go It 2 OG in the house. Matt, hello to Mr. Matt 4699. We've got Space Explorer in the house. Mr. David Lee, what is up? Danny Williams, hello. Roy Williams, hello. Jay Mullen, Earth Citizen, Reggio, Preston. Looks like Scott is back again. Drago Balboa is back again. Mr. William Porman, Mr. Robert Zamora, always great to see you. Spiffy, okay. First time yesterday, back for another game today. What up, Spiffy? Spiffy Mc345 looks like he's converted to our side. What up, Spiffy? I see you out there, brother. Who else? LaShawn Corb, hello. Going down to the bottom of the list now. A quick check-in from Darcy, from Dennis, from D. Willie, from G. Fitz Strength. What is going on, guys? JC saying 2 drinks in already. All right, JC, rock and roll, man. Looks like Darcy Joyner saying, I am new. Darcy, what up, dude? We've got John Tran, USN, in the house as well. So, I've got a legitimate question for you guys. Who will win this game? The Miami Dolphins started this season at 1-6 and have put themselves through the mill, put themselves with their noses to the grindstone. The Miami Dolphins are now sitting at 6-7. The Pittsburgh Steelers are sitting at 7-6. 6-7. 7-6. Damn, I just said it. And I did that one on purpose. So we're going to roll. We're going to keep going forward here. Dolphins, Steelers, a lot closer than it actually seems coming into this one. Earth Citizen, I got you, bro. Appreciate that. We got you. Welcome to the community. Welcome to Football Nation. Thank you to the moderators. Appreciate you guys. Looks like y'all are going to get your looks like you guys are going to get your work in early today. Looks like y'all are going to get your work in early. Power Stroke Syndicate, what's up, man? Dennis, I see you, sir. Here to put some salt in the wound. My Bills won, and what's with the Dallas Cowboys? He said. Just kidding. Love the channel. Thanks, Dennis. Thanks for checking in. Let's go ahead and pull this up here as well, guys. Let's go ahead and bring this up here as well so I can see the chat. And you guys can see the chat with us. So Darcy, Caveman, Matt, Courtney, Wrench is ready. Fins up, says James. Fins up. That's what I'm looking for. Who are y'all going for today? Courtney saying, how am I? How am I? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. It is the final game of Week 15. You know what's crazy, guys? I actually, Santino and I were looking at the schedule for next week. We got a buttload of games. Tomorrow, we've got an NBA game. The San Antonio Spurs will be playing the New York Knicks in the NBA Cup Finals. I've got to set that up as well as get all the statistical numbers put in order there. Santino already got the trivia quiz and a few of the other pieces put together for that. So I got a basketball game tomorrow. Then we've got Sway on Wednesday. Then Thursday night football. Then Friday night football when we catch the Alabama versus OU game. And I did verify that Saturday morning there will be a game on Saturday, December 20th. There's another college football game. It will be Miami versus A&M. There will be multiple games on Saturday, but that's the game I want to cover because we covered A&M already. Not to mention 2 more games on top of that. The Philadelphia Eagles will play on Saturday. Yes, Philadelphia Eagles will play on Saturday. So will the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. I will be covering that additional game. And then I got 3 games on Sunday. So a lot of games. That doesn't even cover next week on Monday. A lot of football, a lot of sports coming up in the next 7 days. I hope to see you guys in for some of that. Daryl, hello. James Joseph, Courtney, Richard Martin, hello. Living like Larry. I saw your comment today. He says he was pulling for the Dallas Cowboys. Man, Larry, it's a tough loss last night. And my apologies for letting it get to me just a little bit there. My apologies for letting it get to me just a little bit there. I was broken. I was broken from that game. Not necessarily from the Dallas Cowboys game, but the fact that I was losing in my big fantasy football league. And so I do have a Monday night miracle. My Monday night miracle is for the Miami Dolphins, Devon Achane, to put up 37.3 fantasy points today. Easier said than done. It's going to be a tough one for me. Okay, why don't we just talk about some of these stats? The stats today for the Miami Dolphins, ladies and gentlemen. The Miami Dolphins come into this game ranked as the number 21 team in football, according to NFL.com. This is NFL.com's official ranking here of the Miami Dolphins, ranked 21. 22nd in points per game, 15th in points per game allowed. We look at yards per game. They are 25th in yards per game, 19th in yards per game allowed. We look at yards per play. The Miami Dolphins are averaging 5.4 yards per play. That's good for 14th in the league. 23rd when it comes to yards per play allowed. Third down and red zone efficiency, not great. The offense has been struggling, and of course with the absence of Tyreek Hill, you know, it's hard to say that it's maybe Tyreek Hill was toxic. You know, Tyreek Hill goes down, and then the Dolphins all of a sudden start to string together wins without Tyreek Hill. You kind of have to start wondering, is that like an Antonio Brown situation where he's actually more toxic and detrimental to the team than anything? What happened to the Dolphins' offense, says Dennis. It's a good question, man. Losing Raheem Mostert changed a few things. I also feel like Mike McDaniel is just not the world's greatest coordinator. He's obviously not the world's greatest HC, because we're seeing what he's doing right now. They have managed to put it together as of late, but the defense has been pretty good inside the red zones. Sorry, guys, HEB sparkling water. Y'all know how we do. I got cans of it today. Got to make sure I stay hydrated for this because we got a big week coming in right now. It's Moneyball, says James Joseph. Where are my Dolphins fans? Where are my Dolphins fans out in the chat right now? Looking for some fins. Looking for some fins. Did my door just open? Maybe a change of air pressure. I had this one open. Dolphins are only as good as Tua, says Owl on the Prowl. Darcy saying hello once again. Here, fins up. I see you, Power Stroke. Power Stroke Syndicate. Accidentally paused my phone instead of unpause it, says Kendall Bailey. I'm here, says Under the City Lights. What up, Under the City Lights? Darcy saying go Fins. Matt dropping the Miami Dolphins logos down below. Next draft will take running backs. Watch, says Eric. Watch, he says. Mario Dixon dropping in for the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight. Oh, we're going to have a lot of Steelers fans in the house. Shout out to all the Steelers fans in the house. Kendra Bailey. I see more Dolphins. I like it. Sushi maybe, says Eric. Okay. Temperature in the teens tonight, says Pabby Man. Good point. This team not very good in weather below 20 degrees. We will see how they do today. Okay, guys, quick look at the same stats here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. A bit of a mixed bag, a little bit of everything here. They are top half of the table when it comes to points per game offensively, but in yards per game, they're not scoring a whole lot of yards. Their defense is actually putting them in great field position a lot of the time here. And with that, they don't need to move very far in order to get points on the board. Now, they are giving up more points than they are scoring, even though it is just barely. Offensively, they're putting up 23.7. Defensively, they're giving up 23.9. They are 7th in red zone efficiency, both offensively and defensively, so a top 10 team inside the 20s on both sides of the football there. And, you know, it does feel like, to me at least, that this Steelers team on paper is the more well-rounded team. But the defense has had some issues as far as giving up a ton of yardage here. It's a big game for the AFC playoff picture. Someone just said that in the chat, and I updated this. I'm pretty sure they clinched playoffs. I think there's another. I think the Rams did here as well. I just added this in for extra color. But Broncos currently sitting at the top of the table. Steelers at 7-6. If they lose this game, they'll be 7-7. Steelers sitting at 7-6. They are currently in the postseason. Taking a look at the NFC, you'll see the Bears are 10-4. The Packers have dropped just like that. Talk about a one-game loss and the swing that one game does. It could be the difference between being in and out of the postseason. Every game counts at this point, especially for the games that we're going to be covering here on Football Nation. That is my point, is to bring you actual relevant games and not just filler games. Those are actually going to be harder to come by as we get farther and farther into this season. Here are the teams that are on the playoff bubble right now. The Colts, the Ravens, and the Dolphins on the outside looking in. Colts sitting at 8-6 after picking up Phillip Rivers and taking that L right there. Ravens at 7-7, sitting at second in the AFC North. You'll notice teams have fallen off on both sides here, and these are the only teams remaining with a playoff shot. Dallas Cowboys can get in. The Dallas Cowboys can actually get in if the Eagles lose out the season, and the Cowboys finish the season 9-7-1, and the Philadelphia Eagles finish the season 9-8. So if the Cowboys have less losses than the Philadelphia Eagles, we would actually go up here. But if the Eagles win one more game, I'm pretty sure that eliminates us from playoff contention here, especially looking at the Packers sitting at number 7 with that same tie that the Dallas Cowboys have. So they would have the same number of losses as Dallas, even if they lost out here as well. Okay, here's an interesting one that I did not have prior to today. Taking a look here at the NFL playoff picture, guys, this is what the matchups would be if the season finished right here, right now, today. You'll notice that the Miami Dolphins are not currently on the list, but it does not mean that they can't get on this list. They would be on this side. But if the season were to finish right now in the AFC, the Broncos would get the bye week. The Patriots would face the Texans in the wild card round. That would be in New England. The Jaguars would host the Buffalo Bills in Jacksonville, and the Pittsburgh Steelers would host the Los Angeles Chargers in Pittsburgh. And in the NFC, the Rams would get the bye week. They would advance to the divisional automatically here. We would see the Packers going to Chicago to take on the Bears, the 49ers going to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles, and the Seattle Seahawks going on to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. So that is the postseason outlook. All good? Now this, again, is subject to change. The season is not over, and I will be updating this here weekly. We've also updated the draft order. You'll notice that thanks to that loss for the Green Bay Packers yesterday, they've now dropped out or up to number 23 in that first-round pick. Remember, the Dallas Cowboys got that in the Micah Parsons trade. Lots of injuries this past week, guys. We saw Patrick Mahomes go down with an ACL tear, gone for the season. We saw Devontae Adams go down with a hamstring injury. We saw Micah Parsons go down with an ACL injury. So lots of injuries here as well. Dallas Cowboys might continue their tailspin and try to work their way. Yesterday they were at 15. Today they're at 14 the way that it sits. If the Cowboys continue to just lose, we'll see where they end up. But a top 10 pick may be out of the question here. Top 12 possible for Dallas. Let's see. I lost a lot of money on Rivers, says Eric. Tough one, Eric. Tough one for sure. T-Bone, what up? He says CD is back. Tonight will be a tie. No winner, says Cryptonomics. Cryptonomics, appreciate you checking in. Mahomes will be back strong, says Mr. Dixon. What up, Mario? Appreciate you out here. Dennis in the house. Dennis saying LOL. All right, guys. So, Banger Wave saying, what's up, my guy? What up, Banger Wave? I got Reginald. I got Mad Steve checking in. Kendra Bailey also saying hello. Who will win the NBA fight? Memphis Grizzlies, Tennessee Titans, Denver Nuggets, or the Denver Broncos? Man, you got all kinds of mix-up right here, Kendra Bailey. All kinds of different stuff going on right now. How do the Titans get in? They don't. The Titans do not get in. The Titans wait until next year and then just do better. Titans, one of the worst teams in the NFL when it comes to wins and losses, I guess. New York Giants, number 1. Las Vegas Raiders, number 2. Tennessee Titans, number 3. You guys can see the rest. The ones that I just wanted to point out is that we have 3 changes here in the first round of the 2026 NFL Draft. So when we get to April, that's what we're going to be looking at here. Don't forget. I'm sure you will forget between now and April. That only makes sense. But I will continue to show this throughout the NBA postseason as well. Los Angeles Rams are going to get this pick from the Atlanta Falcons. So depending on where they finish the season, the LA Rams going to get a very high-value draft pick and another pick later on. We'll also see the New York Jets getting a second pick in the first round here. So an early pick for the New York Jets and then another first-round pick for New York. New York, my guess, quarterback. That only makes sense. Didn't work out with Sam Darnold. Hasn't worked out with a lot of their recent picks here. It actually kind of worked out with Mark Sanchez, but then we saw how that story ended. New York Jets going to benefit from the Indianapolis Colts losing games, and the Dallas Cowboys going to benefit from Green Bay losing games. Cowboys do have 23rd pick as well. All right, guys, we're about 10 minutes away from the start of this game, so why don't we talk about the players that we are expecting to see in this contest. Quick look at the players here for the Miami Dolphins. Your starting quarterback today, Tua Tagovailoa. At running back, Devon Achane. We've got Jalen Waddle on one side. On the other side, going to be Nick Westbrook, Akine, and then Malik Washington. We will also see Cedric Wilson, D. Eskridge, and Taj Washington at some point today. Tyreek Hill is on IR. In the running back room for the Miami Dolphins, it's not just going to be Achane, although I do hope that it is all Achane all day. Again, I need almost 40 fantasy points from him. Would love for him to have, I don't know, one of those 6-touchdown days. One of those rare 6-touchdown days in the first round of the playoffs. Bro, I'd be so fired up if we got that. That's probably not going to happen, though. Anyways, Achane going to be backed up by Jalen Wright and Ollie Gordon. Offensive line for this Miami Dolphins team. Oh, another name that welcome back to Darren Waller coming back from injury. There he is. But the offensive line, left tackle Patrick Paul, left guard Jonah Savainea. You'll have at center going to be Aaron Brewer, right guard Cole Strange, and right tackle Austin Jackson. This makes up the Miami Dolphins offense. This does make up the Miami Dolphins offense. Now, I think the real question becomes, how good can Jalen Waddle be without Tyreek Hill in here? Now, Tyreek Hill technically has the biggest receiving play from scrimmage this season. Tyreek Hill does have the biggest receiving play from scrimmage this season for the Miami Dolphins. But Jalen Waddle, a very close second with a 46-yard reception earlier this year. Tyreek Hill with a 47-yarder earlier this year. Leading this team, though, in receiving yards, it is Jalen Waddle. He has yet to break the 1,000 receiving yard mark. He does have 6 receiving touchdowns. Number 2 on the team, as far as both receiving yards and receiving touchdowns, is Devon Achane, who's got 4 receiving touchdowns this year. Your top running back this season, also Devon Achane with 7 running or rushing touchdowns, and Ollie Gordon, second place with 3. He has gone over 1,000 rushing yards this year, guys. He has gone over 1,000 rushing yards this year. Okay, taking a quick look now at the defense for the Miami Dolphins. Quick look at the Miami Dolphins defense, and we've got about, looks like 9 minutes until the scheduled kickoff here. So we'll talk about this defense and then pivot here quickly over to the Pittsburgh Steelers, shall we? A name that is familiar to Pittsburgh Steelers fans. A lot of y'all may have forgotten that Minkah Fitzpatrick was actually drafted by the Miami Dolphins, then went to Pittsburgh for like 6 years. He's back with Miami now. not really the focal point of this defense. He is a star in his own right. But we'll see Matthew Judon at left defensive end. Left tackle, Zach Sealer. You'll have right tackle, Benito Jones. Yup. Bradley Chubb going to be your right defensive end. Jordan Brooks, left or weak side linebacker today. Terrell Dodson at middle linebacker. And Cameron Good at right or strong side linebacker. Left corner for today. Your left corner is Jack Jones. Right corner, Jason Marshall. Strong safety, Ashton Davis. Free safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. This makes up the defense for the Miami Dolphins. And defensively, your top players on that side of the football, we're looking at total tackles, guys, and it is not even close. It is Brooks all day. 142 tackles. He's the only player on this team to have triple-digit tackles, and it's not even close. The next person behind Brooks is Dodson with just 98. 142, 98 for Dodson as far as total tackles go. And when we look at the sack machine for this squad, we've got two of them. We do have two of them. Chubb is one with 6.5, 4 for Dodson. That is the Miami Dolphins defense. Okay, for the home team today, we will be in the Steel City. We are in Pittsburgh, so let's take a look at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to refresh this here as well. Looks like Jaylen Warren has been listed as good to go for today. By the way, no real left tackle for this team. They are going to just make it work with Dylan Cook today. You heard that right, guys. 3 left tackles, all 3 of them out for this Pittsburgh Steelers offense. We'll get there in just a moment. Aaron Rodgers, starting quarterback. Jaylen Warren, starting running back. Kenneth Gainwell and Caleb Johnson also available for this Pittsburgh Steelers offensive unit. Number 1 wide receiver on this team, DK Metcalf. Calvin Austin on the other side, Adam Thielen joining the ranks for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You will see Darnell Washington, Pat Freiermuth, Jonnu Smith, and Connor Hayward all catching passes at some point today for this Pittsburgh Steelers offense and the offensive line from left to right. Again, the offensive line, no starting left tackle. They had Broderick Jones on IR, Calvin Anderson on IR, and Andrus Peat ruled out for today. Instead, the second string right tackle will be your starting left tackle. Dylan Cook, left tackle. Left guard, going to be Isaac Seumalo. At center, Zach Frazier, right guard Mason McCormick, and Troy Fautanu, right tackle for this Pittsburgh Steelers offense. A quick look at the defensive units here, guys. A couple of absentees here as well for Pittsburgh. Cam Hayward, good to go. Keanu Benton, good to go. Derek Harmon has just been ruled out for this contest. We'll see Jack Sawyer here instead. Actually, let's take a quick look. Sorry, Jack Sawyer is going to be your linebacker, and he's actually going to be your starting linebacker because TJ Watt is out. But back to this defensive end, Logan Lee is going to be your starting defensive end. Logan Lee going to be your starting left defensive end, not Jack Sawyer. Your linebacker today going to be Jack Sawyer in the absence of TJ Watt. Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson, and Alex Highsmith making up the Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker room. 2 big absences in the front 7. Again, 2 big absences in the front 7. Derek Harmon out. Logan Lee will be filling in today for Harmon. Jack Sawyer going to be filling in for TJ Watt in this game here today. Your 2 corners for this contest, it was supposed to be James Pierre. Instead, it'll be Asante Samuel Jr., also coming over from the LA Chargers. On the other side, right corner going to be Joey Porter Jr. Your 2 safeties, Jalen Ramsey and Kyle Duggar. We'll see how they perform in today's contest. Taking a look at your defensive leaders here. Total tackles on this defense, it is going to be Peyton Wilson. Big sack machine on this one, it is TJ Watt with 7. Herbig with 6.5, Highsmith with 6.5, and Keanu Benton with 4.5. Looks like it's time for the national anthem, and that's what they're doing right now. Here's a quick look ahead for the Pittsburgh Steelers, guys. Again, this team is on the cusp of falling out of the playoffs. 19 years strong, winning records every time for Mike Tomlin. The season is not over, and it gets tough here in the next 3 games. Pittsburgh, on the 21st of December, has a matchup against the Detroit Lions. Then on the 28th of December, Week 17, Steelers at Browns. We know what the Browns can do to Pittsburgh. And then Ravens at Steelers, and this could be for all the marbles in Week 18. I do plan and hope to cover this game in Week 18. Yinzer saying the Steelers are 1-10 when Watt doesn't play. Oof, that is brutal. 20 years of winning, says James Joseph. There's many people just listening at work so they can hit the like button, says Dennis. That is true, Dennis. Lots of people listening at work. Mario, last night was harsh. You were spent. Yeah, I was emotionally drained. I was mentally challenged and fatigued after a full day of calling games. But more than everything else, guys, my fantasy team in the one league that really is just like, I've been in that same league for 12 years, and it's not a dynasty. We've done redraft every year. And I made it to the playoffs, and I made some changes. I started Joe Burrow instead of Baker Mayfield. And I started Ramondre Stevenson in the flex instead of DJ Moore. Those 2 changes alone would mean that Devon Achane would only need to get like 8 points today for me, so I would advance. Instead, I need him to put up 37. So, tough game. That's literally exactly what I need, Gabriel. This would be exactly what I need. I need 37.3 from Devon Achane for me to win. So, pretty brutal day. Pretty brutal day. A lot of people hoping a Monday Night Miracle, guys. Who's got Monday Night Miracles tonight? Talk to me. Tell me. Who's got a Monday Night Miracle? I know I sure do. The Miami Dolphins got a game against the Bengals, the Buccaneers, and then the Patriots to finish up the season. Let's see. Mark McKay saying had 3 games at once. I was watching yesterday and FBN unable to get this game. I got you, Mark McKay. Rock and roll. Steelers 10-1 at home on Monday Night Football. We'll see, guys. I got Miami 3.5 saying go it to OG. Have a soft spot for the Raiders and the Dolphins, says Roy Williams. What's going on, Salton C? I'm still worried about the Steelers as a Bills fan, says Dennis. I just want the miracle of the Patriots clinching the division for the remaining games, says KK. Could be, man. Could be. We might see that happen. Okay. Couple things here, guys. We will have a trivia quiz at halftime like we normally do. You know what's interesting, man? I'm actually going to pause this really quick. No, I'll wait till halftime. I'll wait till halftime, till afterwards. That's fine. There was something I was going to show you. I'm still going to show you guys, but we'll show it later. Shout-outs to all of our channel members. There are some new names that need to be added to this list, but I see this list continuing to grow. We do have new championship-level members. I will update that between between now and tomorrow while we get set up for the NBA. I got to do a turnaround and make a couple adjustments here for the NBA games. Super stoked about those NBA games. But if your name is on this list, thank you guys very much. I appreciate you and every little bit of support that you give this channel. I love you guys. Thank y'all so much. Okay, let's do a quick head-to-head comparison between these 2 quarterbacks. If I told you that Tua had more passing yards than Aaron Rodgers, would you believe me? Well, it doesn't matter if you believe me or not. That is the fact for today. Tua Tagovailoa more passing and rushing yards than Aaron Rodgers in this season, throughout this season. Tua, 2,400 passing yards. Aaron Rodgers, 2,300 passing yards. Tua has thrown twice as many interceptions, no surprise there, but a higher completion percentage and only 1 more sack taken this season by Tua Tagovailoa. It's sushi time, says Mad Steve. Just about, brother. Just about. Okay, I guess it is sushi time. We're lining up to kick this off. It is game on! Steelers kick off, and the Pittsburgh Steelers will be on defense to start this game. Here is the return for Miami out to the 20, the 25, a spin move down at the 27. You can see that the field is clearly frozen. It's going to be a good game. So, possession goes over to the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins have the football. I'm excited, guys. Let's do this thing. And they're going to line up here on the 27-yard line. Make a quick adjust. Cool. Okay, we'll refresh this side as well, or it should update here in just a moment. From the 27-yard line, the Miami Dolphins have the football. It's step back, and we get motion on the field. A handoff. Ooh, a little play action here. A wind-up and a throw, and a lot of space on the left-hand side. Looks like this grab is going to be good for about 16 yards there. Okay, call it 20. Julian Hill, the big tight end here, making a grab. One reception for 20 yards for Julian Hill. Call that a first down, Miami Dolphins. Duff Lock, thank you, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate your appreciation and your enthusiasm for this channel. Rock and roll, bro. 1st and 10. Football quickly out to the 47 from the 27. Dolphins with it, a fake toss. It'll be a throw. A-Chain makes the grab, looks for a blocker upfield, goes out of bounds, and will lose 2 yards. 14:07 here left to go. We'll start this clock once again. 2nd down and 11 coming up. Devon A-Chain goes backwards. It's not what I needed here. There we go. Go to live on 2nd down and 11. Refresh this as well. Tackle going to be credited to Patrick Queen at the end of that one. Okay, so a 2nd down and 11. Football at the Miami 46. The Dolphins with it right now. Tua waiting for the snap. There it is. It will be a handoff to A-Shane to the right side. He goes, tries to stay on his feet, goes down after just 3 yards. Good tackle out on the right-hand side as Herbig uses that paw to bring him down. It will be a 4-yard pickup on 2nd down and 11. Brings up a 3rd down and 7. The clock is hot. Football on the 50-yard line right at midfield. A-Chain tried to hurdle over Herbig, who was down on the ground, and Herbig making a tackle while laying down flat on the ground. What an absolute beast. Okay, but that's 2 carries now. 2 touches for A-Chain. Motion on the field. Down to the bottom of the screen. We've got trips at the bottom, 1 man at the top. This is a 3rd down and 7. Here is the snap. Looking left, looking right, in trouble. A wind-up and a throw into the dirt. Tua Tagovailoa cannot connect there with Darren Waller. The pass is incomplete. It's a 4th down with 12:46 left to go. 4th down and 7. Football at the Miami 50, and the Steelers defense gets a big stop there. 4th down. Okay, great defensive opening drive for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Got pressure to Tua. And they got to bring pressure a little bit different because Tua's blind side is not on the left tackle side. It's on the right tackle side. One of what? 2 active starting? Well, after, nope, it's going to be a touchback. Okay, guys, so the punt goes. It's a touchback. The Pittsburgh Steelers will start this drive on the 20-yard line. They do get the football back. Tua is the only starting left-handed quarterback in the NFL right now. Michael Penix Jr. would have been the other one. But Michael Penix Jr. no longer playing this season. He's done for the year, right? Is that not right? I'm pretty sure that's the case. Anyways, so the clock has stopped. Looks like they're at a quick commercial break. I guess we can do the same. Opening drive here for the Miami Dolphins did not go as planned. Pittsburgh Steelers did exactly what the Pittsburgh Steelers were hoping to do. What is going on to the chat? We got a lot of newbies in the house, I know, because we don't cover a lot of Miami Dolphins games. So, to the Miami Dolphins fans who are watching this live stream, fins up. I appreciate you guys watching. And to the Pittsburgh Steelers fans who are watching this live stream, welcome back, guys. I got a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers coming up between now and the end of the season. I think I got this game and 2 more out of the 3 weeks here left to go. And if they make the playoffs, of course, we'll cover them during the playoffs here as well. Go Dolphins, says Chris. Eric Dexter dropping the logos right now. Tua needs to train with my retired guy, Steve Young, a lefty. A lefty. Both teams need this ball game to stay alive in the playoff race. Miami needs this game just a little bit more, but Pittsburgh cannot afford to drop many more games either, says Jim Lionel Kelly. Jim, you are right. Let's see. You should do a fantasy football league with the viewers. We've got one, Spiffy. I've got one, and I am actually going to beat Courtney. No, I'm playing Country Kisses this week. Robert Zamora is in the playoffs as well. Robert, how are you doing on that? Again, there's only a limited number of spaces there. I was talking with Santino, bro, and we were thinking, like, maybe we should do a 16-team league next year, but that would be very difficult, and getting the first round or the first overall pick would be more of a curse than a blessing. We'll see how it goes. But we've got one right now. I'd like to do multiple leagues, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see. What's going on, JD Rams fan? Welcome back. Matt. We're going to look at him. Matt. What up, Matt? Appreciate you, brother. Joe Burrow is a winner, says James Joseph, except for the fact that he cost me my fantasy league this season in the first round of the playoffs. So, oops. Did you say playoffs? Playoffs? Did you say playoffs? I did say playoffs. Dude, 24/7. Appreciate you, man. Yo, my name is Mario, man. You can call me Mario, Super Mario, if that helps you remember. I've heard it all my life, bro, so shout out to you, man. You hit the bullseye when you landed on this channel. Appreciate you, man. Okay, guys, 1st and 10 coming up from the 20-yard line. The Steelers with the football. It's a single-back formation. A little play action here. Aaron Rodgers flushes out to the right-hand side. He'll wind up and throw, and the catch will be made on the right. Looks like Jonnu Smith going to make the grab here. So Smith makes the first grab of the day for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It does bring up a 2nd down and 8. I believe it's just a 2-yard gain. Football out to the Pittsburgh 22. It does start the clock again. We line up once more. Okay. Lining up here at the 22-yard line, Aaron Rodgers, hands to the helmet. We get bouncing from the left or from the right to the left. Kenneth Gainwell is the single back on this play. Motion on the field from Calvin Austin. DK Metcalf looks like he's at the bottom of the screen. He's at the top. Doesn't matter. It's a snap and a handoff to Gainwell, who goes forward for maybe a yard. They're going to call it no gain. 3rd down and 8, and Douglas looked like he was there to make the stop. Okay, good job by the Miami Dolphins defense here. Miami Dolphins, Rasul Douglas, the nickel, comes in and makes a big play against Kenneth Gainwell out on the flat here. Football has not advanced. This could be a 3-and-out for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Empty backfield for Aaron Rodgers. 22-yard line. Rodgers sees a blitz coming in right now. Ooh, a bit of a neutral zone infraction, but no flag coming in, just a flinch. A 4-man rush comes in. Rodgers looks to the right and finds Gainwell again. Kenneth will get 7 on 3rd down and 8. It brings up a 4th down and 1, and it looks like the Miami Dolphins defense makes a stop. Out goes Aaron Rodgers. A 3-and-out. To start the game, the Steelers will punt. Gainwell got close, man, about a half a yard short. Not going to be enough to move the sticks, though. And Rodgers just goes, All right. It happens, Rodgers. It happens. So 4th down and 1. Malik Washington back to receive the punt. Corliss Waitman punts this one away. Malik Washington lets it take a bounce. He will return it. The 24, the 25, the 27, the 28, down at the 30. And he's down at the, just shy of the 30 at the 29. Okay, stops the clock. It's a change of possession. 10 minutes and 14 seconds left to go. The football goes from the Pittsburgh Steelers over to the Miami Dolphins. They cut to a quick commercial break, and we are chilling scoreless after the first about 5 minutes of this game. Scoreless, guys. Can you believe that? I sure can. Cold weather. This should be an HN game. For my Monday night miracle to work, he needs to already have at least 1 touchdown at this point, and that's probably not going to work. He needs to score like a touchdown a quarter for me to have any success this week. Drago Balboa. Remember the Alamo, he says. Mario, I'm just one of your fans, he says, in the chat room, who truly appreciates you. Thank you, Drago Balboa. He says, remember the Alamo. And how about one of your coveted knuckle pumps? Let's go, por favor. Adios, amigo. I got you, bro. Let's go, Balboa. By the way, in case you did not know, 2 things are true about the word Balboa. 1, Mr. Drago Balboa. Balboa is like the most drank beer in all of Panama. I had a lot of it when I was there visiting my sister when she's actually still living in Panama right now. But Balboa, it's also their currency. Yes, they use the dollar, but the Balboa you can also use in Panama. Shout out to you, man. We got 20 Balboas right now being dropped by our boy Drago Balboa. Your name is literally money, bro. Your name is money. I appreciate you, dude. Thanks for checking into Football Nation today. Looks like we've got Shy. What is that? Shy Tranroy Trow. What's up, man? I see you. What's up, dude? Lots of big names. Check it in right here. Darcy saying, what's up? What up, Darcy? Hello to Earth Citizen. Sour Patch fan, Skull, Mario, good game last night. James, I was so stressed out. I don't know if you can see it on my tongue, but it's like peeled from eating so many Sour Patch Kids. It's raw. It is raw. I was so stressed out after that Dallas Cowboys loss. I crushed that whole bag of Sour Patch Kids Extreme. You and I, bro, being both Sour Patch fans, even though you're a Vikings fan, man, we can be friends. Alicia, hello. Looks like Aaliyah saying, hello, Mario. Today, Miami upset? Maybe. Roy saying Mario was so stressed last night. Yeah, dude, it was bad. It was a tough one for me. Let's see. Nice. Succulent Life saying, fun fact, I just started learning football halfway through the season. So Football Nation is an amazing experience. I love it, Succulent Life. I appreciate that so much. That's a very good comment. That is what fires me up. So thank you so much. Okay, an I formation here from the 29-yard line after the punt. Achane will get the carry to the right-hand side. He will pick up 8 yards. Second down coming up now. Looked like an 8-yard gain from my side. They're marking it as a 6-yard pickup. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming back from the commercial break. So I am stepping away from the chat to focus on the play calling here. 9:50 on the clock as it continues to tick down towards 0. It's a 2nd down and 4 for the Miami Dolphins, who are starting this drive from the 29-yard line. Here comes the second play of the drive. We've got receivers at the bottom in motion on the field. Waiting for the snap. Tua Tagovailoa steps back again. More motion on the field. Play clock down to 2. Strong side to the right side. Achane breaks through. He finds a hole in the defense. He'll pick up what he needs and then some. Achane will go down after picking up 14 yards. That's good for a Miami Dolphins. First down. First down for Miami. So Ingold was a lead blocker here. They had multiple blockers on the right-hand side. Good play. I wouldn't call that a trap play. They just moved the strong side to the right side. But good blocking on that play by Ingold. You guys are saying, I remember Alamo beer, like the Alamo Golden Ale. It's good stuff. Good stuff, my friends. Good stuff. So, the Miami Dolphins offense is on the field right now. The fullback, Alec Ingold, was there to block last time. This time, not needed. Tua will wind up and throw. Catch is made across midfield, down at the 40-yard line. First down, Miami Dolphins. Catch this time made by Jalen Waddle. It's a gain of 11 and moves the football from the Miami 49 into Pittsburgh territory, down at the Pittsburgh 40. It's an 11-yard pickup. They will line up here on the right hash after that play. Tua Tagovailoa airs this one out and finds his favorite target in 2025. So first down for Miami. 8:08 on the clock. Ingold in a I formation right now. Looks like we do have, is that Ollie Gordon back there? It is Ollie Gordon, but it's a little play action, and Tua will wind up and throw. This one gonna be intercepted. It's picked off. They come back with it. Samuel for the Pittsburgh Steelers. First down, Pittsburgh. Oh, man, that's not what the Dolphins wanted there. As they were approaching the red zone, Tua Tagovailoa tries to force the issue out there. Asante Samuel filling in right now, who on his old team was a starting player. On his old team, he was a starting CB. Here he is getting an interception. That's why Asante Samuel picks this one off. And it's a first down, Pittsburgh. Tough break there for Miami. Okay, Miami fans, that's brutal. Where are my Steelers fans at? Where are my Steelers fans at? Temperature and field condition means a lot, says William Poorman. Jordan W. saying, boo! Jordan, one of our resident Ravens fans in here right now. What up, Jordan? Welcome back, Jordan. Appreciate you, bro. Tua is a fool, says Doug. He does throw a lot of picks. They did at one point this season say, hey, when you throw interceptions, why do you throw interceptions in bunches? And his response was, in bunches? That's crazy. Let's see if he throws those in bunches today. He might have been partying with Coach. You never know. Johnny Gonzo, Mr. El Panzon. How'd you get my name, dude? El Panzon. That's me, bro. Money on the Steelers tonight. Steelers Nation, Niners Nation. Looks like both of you guys are in the house. What up, Niner Nation? Waving my towel in Vegas, baby, says P1 Ekna. Got that terrible towel or what? Got the terrible towel today? I like it. All right, folks. We are currently in the middle of a commercial break. After the interception, there has been no action, so when we get back from the commercial break, I will have more to report. For now, we're just going to go ahead and read some of these comments here. Roll Tide Roll, says Janeb. Janeb, the real, I will be covering that Roll Tide game. That Alabama Crimson Tide going to be coming in. That will be on Friday, guys. That will be this Friday. Alabama going to be playing Oklahoma Sooners. That's going to be a good one. Who got Asante's job in San Diego? Well, the LA Chargers. That's a good question, Bobby Shook. We covered that game not too long ago. But hey. Abel saying, hello, Football Nation. I am a Lions fan. What up, Abel? Looks like Alvina saying, new to the channel, shout me out, Alvina Vance. What up, Mr. Vance Alvina? Appreciate you, Mr. 5040. Love from London, Ontario, Canada, the one-handed Baron. Love it. Controversial topics. Excited to be back from yesterday. What up, controversial topics? And I'm excited to be back to this game, guys. Commercial break is now over. 7:54 on the clock. The Steelers will take over after the interception at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10. Rodgers tosses to the left-hand side. Warren breaks through the defense. Oh, he goes down. He fumbles the football. Looks like he is down by contact, though. This will bring up a 2nd down. The official said down by contact. So the football does come loose. Football does come loose, but it is down by contact. Okay, so the clock is hot once again. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know the drill at this point. We are stepping away from the comments so that we can focus on the play call, so that we can focus on the commentary for this one. So Tua, they're showing that replay for Tua's throw. Not enough time to show that replay. We come right back for the next play on 2nd down and 4. It becomes a 3rd down and looks like a 3-yard gain here. And it looks like we also got a couple of super chats popping in. So let's take a quick look at those. Let's see. Have to go get firewood. Keep on keeping on, says Dennis. Rock and roll, Dennis. Thanks, man. I appreciate that super. Do I believe that Phillip Rivers will make the Hall of Fame? Maybe. Maybe. I think that's what he was going for here. We've got ourselves a 3rd down and 1. They're saying there was a false start here. 3rd down and 1 coming up right here. And they were trying to say it was a false start. No whistles, no flags for false start. This is going to be short. It does bring up a 4th down and inches now. They tried to do a quarterback sneak. Connor Hayward got a direct snap for no gain on the play. It brings up a 4th down and 1. So Hayward saying, I want a replay. I picked it up. I know I did. Clock is ticking. They're getting one more chance here. 4th down and 1. Let's see if they can do it. Thanks again, Dennis, for that $5 super chat, man. I appreciate that more than you know, and I appreciate you too, Phenom, for that super chat there as well. Thank you. We got another one from Danny. Thank you, my friend. 4th down and inches coming up. There's a quarterback sneak, and this time they will guarantee they pick it up. It's a 1st down on 4th down and inches. 1st down picked up by Pittsburgh. Steelers get it. 1st down will move the sticks here. Connor Hayward up the middle for a gain of 2. No confusion there. Throw the ball to the tight end, says William. I got you, my friend. Thank you, Jerry, for the super. Man, you guys are bringing in super-duper energy today. You guys are bringing in super-duper energy today. Appreciate that, guys. I feel the love in the room. 1st and 10. 5 minutes and 20 seconds here left to go in the first quarter. Rodgers takes the snap out of the shotgun. The four-man rush comes in. Kenneth Gainwell looking for some blocks. He will be dropped here by Judon, and it brings up a second down. No gain on that play. It looks like Matthew Judon is on the right side of that one. Literally right side of the field for that one. So no gain on 1st and 10 from the Pittsburgh 30. Brings up a second down and 10 from the Pittsburgh 30. Let's see where Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers go here. Rodgers in an empty backfield, hands to the head, waits for the snap. He steps up, hands come up, no snap coming in. Play clock down to 3, 4.5 left to go. Rodgers takes the snap with 5 wide. He'll find DK Metcalf across midfield, down at the 49-yard line. First down, Pittsburgh. First down for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I got you guys. Thank y'all so much, man. Thank y'all so much for all these supers, dude. Let's go. Rodgers is playing like a dude with a fractured wrist. He sure is, goofball. I wonder why. Okay, Rodgers did just make a big completion for 22 yards, guys. That took them from the 30 to the 48. We are across midfield. It is first down and 10 for Pittsburgh now. Aaron Rodgers in the shotgun will take the snap. He'll hand it off to Jaylen Warren. He goes up the middle, and Warren will pick up about 5. Second down and 5 after that gain. Warren brought down by Davis. Warren eventually brought down by Ashton Davis, the safety, on the 1st and 10 run. So Rodgers and the mustard men, the Pittsburgh Steelers, get back in their huddle. Rodgers, a perfect game so far. A perfect game so far if you consider completion percentage for that metric. 4 of 4 today for 31 passing yards. Motion on the field right now. A bit of a formation change here. Everyone's kind of bunched up on the line now. The snap, the handoff to the right-hand side. Warren gets a 1-yard pickup on 2nd down and 5. The official's going to be generous and give him 2. It's a 3rd down and 3 down at the Miami 41. The Steelers in Dolphins territory. Will they cap off this drive with points? This is kind of at the edge of no man's land. A field goal from here would be less than 60. What is Rod? The way Rodgers yells, man. The way he gets so frustrated with his team, it worries me from a leadership perspective. Here's the snap. Here's the drop back. Looks right, throws right. Incomplete pass. Let me guess, you're going to yell at him too? Calvin Austin. It's going to be Calvin Austin's fault that Aaron Rodgers threw that into the dirt, though, because that's the kind of guy that Aaron Rodgers is. It's a 4th down and 3 inside of enemy territory from the Miami 41. 4th down and 3 from the Miami 41. They're probably going to go for it here at this point. We'll see what they do. So 4th down. They are in an empty backfield once again. Rodgers looks left. He throws left. Catch is made. Kenneth Gainwell gets the first down. Good catch. Good play. First down. Pittsburgh. Look, Aaron Rodgers used to be one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL. Used to be one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL. But let's not forget that when he won that Super Bowl, he did have names like Jordy Nelson on his squad and had some big targets and a great team. And that's before McCarthy became incompetent. That's before Mike McCarthy was incompetent. Or maybe he always was. They just masked it. Here's a snap and a handoff. Gainwell going to go backwards, going to lose a yard. It's 2nd down and 11 after that play. So 2nd down and 11 coming up. That's his 2nd carry of the day. Just his 2nd carry of the day. Do the Ravens take the division if the Steelers lose today? What's up, Mario? Ravens Nation, baby. I actually think that due to the heads up right now, the Ravens would still be on the outside looking in. I think. I could be wrong, though, Jordan. I'll double check for you in a moment. Here's the second down and 11. Looking to the right, throwing to the right. Jalen Warren makes the catch out of the backfield. What a hit. Did his teeth come out of his mouth? My gosh, Robinson. Wow, Robinson laid out a monster hit. Third down and 11. No gain right there. Bro, Chop Robinson, the rookie, laid out such a hit, dude. Whoa. Sit down, son. Okay, Chop Robinson. Excuse me, I guess it's his second year here. He was drafted last year. I said rookie, but he's been on my taxi squad on my Dynasty League. So he was drafted in last year's draft, the 2024 draft, guys. So my apologies for calling him the rookie. He's a sophomore now. Blitz coming in on third down and 11. Aaron Rodgers cannot get away. They push him back into no man's land. And this will go down as a sack for Jordan Brooks. Fourth down coming up now. Fourth down and 20. The Steelers get backed up big time. Fourth down and 20. The Steelers get backed up big time. Huge bag there for Brooks. Jordan Brooks, massive play. He might have just saved his team from getting 3 points scored against them. This will take us to the end of the quarter. When we get back, it'll be a 4th and 20 with 15 minutes on the clock. They're at the Miami 42. A field goal from here would be a true 60-yarder. All right, guys. Welcome back to Football Nation. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Looking for the people out in Florida, looking for the people on the east side, on that Appalachian side, people in Pennsylvania, looking for my PA people? Let's see. We got Kansas in the house. What up, Relic Redneck? Relic Redneck saying, what is up? I see Alamo, San Antonio, H-E-T-E-B. It better mean H-E-B. Can't be T-E-B. I don't know what that is. Santino's quiz is diabolical, says Roy Williams. This one's pretty good. This one's pretty good. Robert in San Antonio. How about that? Excuse me. Go Spurs, go. Jaybird saying Brazil. John saying San Diego. Brad in Tennessee. Ooh, we got people from all over the country. You guys checking in hot right now. What is going on, guys? Welcome to Football Nation. We got GTC Reels in San Francisco. We got Brady Fisher in California. Crystal Beach, Texas. I got Montreal, Canada. Photographs by Levin. What's up, man? Ooh, Tiger Tony, what is that like right now in Alaska? What's your sunlight situation looking like? Montrose, Colorado. Piney Woods, Texas, say Sue Mullins. What up, Sue? I got John Combs in Kentucky. We got Joe the Schmo in Tennessee. Jack asking right now, Ravens, the playoffs? The playoffs? The playoffs, he says. Maybe. It's possible, Jack. Indiana's in the house, Mr. Balboa. What's up, dude? Long Beach, California, Mr. Simic. What's up, dude? Virginia's in the house. La Junta, Colorado, says Juan Valdez. ¿Qué onda, Juan? Looks like E-Class. Don't know how this channel came out to your side of the world, man. But I hope you're watching for peace purposes and nothing else. Let's see. We got Waddles, 2 points, won my playoff round. I want to play against you, Marios, in Massachusetts. Son of a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. What up, brother? Thanks for checking in. Steelers Nation, James, hello. Looks like our commercial break is over, guys. I didn't get a chance to read all of these comments. I do apologize for not being able to do that. We are going to see a punt right now, guys. We are going to see a punt. Thank you very much for this one, man. There is the boot. No flags coming in on this one. Signaled a fair catch, although they were just fooling them here. It goes through the back of the end zone. We get a touchback. So we'll start this drive on the 20. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Miami Dolphins, and they'll take over here. Vamos Steelers. Saludos desde Seattle, Washington. Appreciate that. Trinidad, Valencia. I like this, bro. Appreciate your energy, man. That's the positive vibes we're looking for, dude. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and minimize the window here because I got to stay away from the chat so I don't drop the commentary today. Welcome to Football Nation, guys. Let's go. It's going to be a good day. By the way, I'm sure a good handful of you guys have been with us throughout the first quarter. I also am willing to bet a few of you guys may have forgotten to hit that like button. please don't forget to hit that like button. It definitely helps. All right, guys, single back formation. Motion on the field. A-Chain is the single back here. He gets the carry. No, it's not A-Chain. They go to the left-hand side here. Looks like Jalen Wright going to get bottled up, and this will bring up a second down. So 2nd down and 8 after a 2-yard pickup. 2nd down and 8 after a 2-yard pickup. I'm going to make sure I've got the right stuff going on right now. The Miami Dolphins just picked up 2 yards. It's a 2nd down coming up at the 22-yard line. Remember, the Steelers punted, and it ended up being a touchback. Tua Tagovailoa. All 15 of his interceptions this season are against zone defense, so he doesn't know how to read zone coverage. There's a look to the left-hand side. Catch is made on the flat. This should be enough for a first down, and it is enough for a first down. Good catch by Darren Waller on the left-hand side. 2nd down and 8. An 8-yard pickup results in a first down, Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins will pick up a fresh new set of downs. It's now 1st and 10 at the Miami 30-yard line. More than 15 minutes into this game, we are still scoreless. You tell me, is that good or bad? Good defensive battle here right now. 3 running backs, you heard that right, to the right side of Tua, and they choose to go to the weak side here. Looks like that was a designed play for Devon Achane from the 30. He takes it to the 35. 1st and 10 becomes 2nd and 5. They line up here on the 35-yard line for the next play. Pittsburgh Steelers are 3-point favorites, guys. Scrolling by at the bottom of the screen, you can see the over-under for today's contest. 42.5 points. CBS got this at 43. Money lines and all that good information, all that fun stuff down at the bottom of the screen. They're talking about the weather right now. Aaron Rodgers, being the hero of Green Bay, played most of his career in cold weather. 2nd down and 5, a handoff to Achane to the left-hand side. He'll pick up just 3. It brings up a 3rd down and 2. Players pushing around. Patrick Queen has something to say. Okay, Patrick Queen got something to say right now on the Pittsburgh Steelers defensive side of things. Looks like another $2 super chat coming in. Let me pop up the chat once again. Hang on. Just had that pop up in my headphones. Go Dolphins! What up, MB? He says, go Dolphins! Appreciate that, man. Okay, stepping away from the chat, guys. During commercial breaks, I will be back to hang out with you guys. Right now, 12 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. It is a 3rd down. Tua takes it. Tua looks left. Tua's in trouble. He will scramble. Needs the first down. Gets his helmet pulled, and no flag comes in. That is crazy to me. It looked like Patrick Queen had the hand over the chin part here. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 1. That looked like a face mask to me. Let's watch it one more time. Here's the replay. Tua going down. That finger gets under the face mask there. That finger gets under the chin. Ooh, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That is so close. 4th down and inches. Looks like they are going to punt this thing away. So the punt team will come out for the Miami Dolphins. Jake Bailey going to send this to Calvin Austin. Another empty drive in this game. The clock will stop here. Looks like and feels like a delay of game. It is a delay of game. Okay, delay of game. Offense. This will be a penalty here. Give them 5 yards backed up right now. 4th down and 6. 4th down and 5. It was inches there. 4th down and 5 coming up. They're going to punt this away with 11:25. Steelers about to get the football back. I have not moved the possession needle just yet. Well, because we don't know. Because we don't know who's going to get it here. But it has been punt practice all day. The snap. The boot. Puts his foot through that one pretty good. That's a good solid punt. We get no return. Blown up by Johnson. Calvin Austin taken out immediately. He was intending to return this one. Blown up at the 29-yard line. The moment he touched the football, what a hit by Johnson. Okay, I see you, Johnson. The Miami Dolphins laying it out right now. Special teams showing up for this one. Special teams is showing up for that one. So it was the nickel Isaiah Johnson who laid out a huge hit right there on poor Calvin Austin. Ladies and gentlemen, that punt is a successful one for Miami and a successful punt without a return there for the Steelers special teams. So the Steelers will get the football. It will be a 1st and 10 at the Pittsburgh 29-yard line. I'm just taking a look at all of my apparatus here, making sure that we're good to go. I think we are. We go to a quick commercial break. Looks like we're sitting at 72.5, which is pretty cool. We are on a road right now that I can't predict, but the goal is to get to 75K before the end of the season. That would be super cool. Let's take a look at the chat and see what's going on with you guys. I just sold my homing pigeon on eBay for the 17th time. What is a homing pigeon? What is a homing pigeon? Is that a thing? Is that like a carrier pigeon? That's interesting. Nothing to do with the Seahawks, right? Is that an actual thing? I've never heard of a homing pigeon. Excuse my ignorance. You have piqued my curiosity, though, Larry. You have piqued my curiosity. JD Rams fan saying that was actually a weak punt. It was a successful punt, nevertheless. Ray saying, I enjoy the coverages from Buffalo, New York. What is up, Ray? Thanks for checking in. Got to be cold out there. Thank you, C. Martin Love, saying best on YouTube. Let's go, big dog. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. Best games yesterday. Dude, I think all the games that we chose yesterday were very close contests, and I think all of them turned out to be a good one. Don saying this is definitely a low-scoring game. You were very close here. It says low-scoring. This is definitely a no-scoring game right now, though. I see Roy Finkel laces out, says Rev Green. Pick 6, says Jordan. Let's go, Miami, says Nguyen. Hey, it's Vern. It's me. Ernest, says Chris. Minnesota's in the house. I need Warren to get some points for the Dolphins to spirit bomb the Steelers' defense, says Jacob. If Pittsburgh loses, Ravens would not leapfrog due to current divisional records. Okay, there you go. Due to current divisional records. I think that's right, Edgar. I think coming into this game, the Steelers, or coming into this week, the Steelers were tied with the Ravens. Here's a toss out to the left-hand side. There is the move for Jaylen Warren. Warren going to shake and bake. Jaylen Warren on the run. A flag comes in, though. Jaylen Warren just picked up like 25 yards. Let's see if a flag brings this all back. Aaron Rodgers shaking his head. So my guess is, yeah, probably. It's going to be holding on the offense, number 21. Davis going to be charged. It's actually 81. Jonnu Smith going to be charged with the holding call. And that is going to go against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Holding. Offense, number 81. Jonnu Smith. I didn't see it there, man. Oh, yeah, I do see it. I see it there. That's pretty clear. That's clear as day. That's clear as day. Got to let go sooner than that, man. Okay, so I got the clock ticking. They've also got the clock ticking. That just happened to be a good circumstance, a happy happenstance. 1st and 20 now. They have backed up to their own 19-yard line. Dropping back, throwing to the left-hand side. Catch will be made from Adam Thielen on 1st and 20. It's a 7-yard pickup, 2nd down and 13. This moves the football from the Pittsburgh 19 to the Pittsburgh 26. Out to the Pittsburgh 26. Here comes another super. You've never heard of a homing pigeon? No, I've never heard of a homing pigeon. What is a homing pigeon? Here's a toss to the right-hand side. This is going to be a 7-yard gain. Good catch by Darnell Washington on 2nd down and 13. It brings up a 3rd down and 3. Now I feel like the guy on the wrong side of a punchline here. Hello, baby man. That's cute. That's cute. Okay. All right, guys. 3rd down and 3 with about 10 minutes here left to go. Tomorrow says Sammy. Yeah, Sammy's in here right now. 3rd down and 3. 9.5 minutes left to go. This is another 3rd down opportunity for the Pittsburgh Steelers trying to convert. 2 receivers to the top with a tight end on that side. 1 to the bottom. Rodgers looking. Rodgers wrapped up again and dropped like a sack of potatoes. Zach Sealer gets in. Down he goes. 4th down coming up now. It's 4th and 10. Woo! What a play. All right, so we are going to see a punt. They're going to see a punt. You're going to see a baby because this is my baby. The binky is always so funny. You going to do what? Okay. Hi, buddy. We're going to watch a punt together. You want to watch this punt? Let's watch this punt. You want to watch this punt? There's the punt, guys. 4th down and 10. They kick this one away. This goes up, up, and away. Out to the 30-yard line. They wrap it up at the 31. It's 1st and 10. There's a good chance, guys, that when I do the Alabama and OSU game that I might have a baby strapped to my chest for a part of that game. So get used to it. This is my son. He might be with us for some of these games. We go to a quick commercial break, guys. Let's do this. Okay. We go to a quick commercial break and we stop the clock. It's Steelers football. Hey, who's that? Hey, who's that? Is that Mama? Yeah, that's Mama. That's Mama. All right, guys. Quick look right now. I'm gonna hand you back to Mama, okay? I'm gonna hand you back to Mama, okay? Say bye to the people. Bye, people. Okay. All right. One more time. Say bye to the people. Bye, people. Bye, people. Damn, you're cute. Yeah, he did. No, he did. He actually did that. That was cute. Okay. Okay. Do you know what is this, Christy? Do you know what this is? What is a homing pigeon? You guys are gonna make me Google this right now, because this is like the talk of the town right now. Everybody but me knows what a homing pigeon is. Homing pigeons are just trained. They aren't a species and they aren't extinct, but they aren't a specific species. You guys are tripping me out, man. You guys are tripping me out. Okay. All right. Love you too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 8 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. My hopes are that Sammy ends up liking sports. Sammy ends up liking sports as much as I do, whatever sport that might be. And who knows? Maybe we'll be attending his games and calling those games ourselves one day. Don't fumble, says the uncompromised one. You should have named him Luigi, says James. No way. An actual pigeon, a bird that returns home with a message. Yes, I know that one. Scott saying it's an ugly bird. Thank you, Scott, for letting me know. Thank you, Scott, for letting me know. All right, y'all. Thank you very much, Keith. I appreciate that super, my friend. Guys, gals, 8 minutes and 35 seconds here left to go in the first half of this game. We are going to have a trivia quiz. We are going to have a trivia quiz at halftime. Super excited for this one, guys. Dolphins Steelers trivia coming up in a few. But we're not there just yet. Commercial break is just about over. We've got ourselves a 1st and 10 for the Miami Dolphins lined up here at the 31-yard line. Miami with the football. Motion from Waller to the top of the screen. It's a handoff to A-Chain to the bottom of the screen. He will pick up 4 yards on 1st and 10. It brings up a 2nd down and 6. And the clock starts ticking once again. Fly, Dolphins, fly. Did I see someone say that? That's hilarious. Fly, Dolphins, fly. That's hilarious. All right, 2nd down and 6. A 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Dolphins. Neither team has scored for this Monday night game yet. An I formation right now. Motion once again. Here's a snap. 2 play actions, and Tua wheels out to the left. Tua on the run, going to wind up and throw this thing away. Pass is incomplete. It brings up a 3rd down and 6, and it looks like he didn't even have an intended receiver on that one, just trying to get rid of the football here. How do I get a gig like this, says Steve. All you got to do is do it, man. This channel I made myself from the ground up, dude. Muhammad all me. Well, for the first 2 years, and then I realized I can't do this by myself, and so Santino jumped in. Also, you know, honestly, from the beginning, man, it was you guys who got me encouraged to continue going and to keep doing this. So I would have quit a long time ago if it weren't for guys like Robert Zamora and a good handful of y'all who have been here since the beginning. 3rd down and 6 coming up. Shotgun formation, dropping back, looking right, not liking it, going to the left. Tua will wind up and throw. It's caught upfield. Devon Achane gets all the way down to the 41-yard line. 1st down. Big grab here. 1st down. Miami Dolphins. Devon Achane, 24 receiving yards on that play. He's got 37 on the ground, 24 through the air. Keep that coming. Keep that energy coming. He needs like 3 more touchdowns for me to even have a chance today. Okay. So, 1st and 10. Football to the Pittsburgh 41 after that catch, guys. It was a 24-yard grab. They go from the 35 to the 41. Lined up on the left hash. You can see the breath coming out of the Dolphins players here. It's a turnaround and a handoff. Looks like Ollie Gordon is going to get the carry here on 1st down. It does bring up a 2nd down and 6. A 4-yard gain. Achane checks back in. 2nd down and 6. Football to the Pittsburgh 37. They're lining up again on the left hash right now. In just a moment, Dolphins in the huddle here. This is probably the best field position we've had for Miami in this game. We are across midfield, inside the 40 of the Pittsburgh Steelers territory, looking to not get driven back out of no man's land, or back into no man's land, I should say. Achane in an I formation will get the carry. Blocks upfield for him. Looks like Ingold going to help block there. Achane will pick up 4, call it 5 on 2nd and 6. It's a 3rd down and 1. Football to the Pittsburgh 32-yard line. Ollie Gordon will check back in. Gordon is the short down back. Gordon is the short down back, and he will check in on this play. If they know what's good for them, they will probably turn around and hand that off to him. 3rd down and 1 coming up. Ollie Gordon standing 5 yards behind Tua. We are in a pistol formation. Jalen Waddle at the bottom of the screen here. Here's the snap. It is a handoff to Gordon. He goes backwards on 3rd down and 1. Sniffed out by the defense. Patrick Queen gets in. A tackle for a loss. 4th down coming up now. A tackle for a loss, and it looks like Gordon might actually be down here. Patrick Queen broke right through that line. They brought everyone. Gordon got wrapped up. He went down, and he has not gotten up yet. So Gordon has not gotten up yet after that hit. We might go to another quick commercial break. Okay. He's up now. He's walking to the sideline right now. By the way, for those of you here in Texas, in case you did not know, Ollie Gordon is from Fort Worth, Texas. He was the 6th round pick in this year's draft, probably the worst kept secret coming into week 1. Everybody saying Ollie Gordon could be taking Devon Achane's job and this, that, and the other. Looks like some kind of sprain or an ankle twist of some kind here for Gordon. He did manage to get off the field. We are staring down the barrel here of a 4th down and 5. Football on the Pittsburgh 36. This will be a 54-yard attempt for the first points of the game. A 54-yard field goal attempt. They will line this up. The Miami Dolphins looking to take the lead here with 5:20 on the clock. They've punched this back in. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. The kick is good. And we finally get some points today. Points on the board. The Miami Dolphins will score a field goal. The score is now 3-0 Miami. So the Dolphins, Patterson knocks down a 54-yarder here. We'll reset all of this. We are going to get a change of possession, and the Steelers going to get the football here to start the next drive. Commercial break, folks. When we get back, we'll have Pittsburgh Steelers ball. 70-yarder, says Jack. It'd be crazy for a 70-yarder. Mr. Moto Matt saying 6'7". Moto Matt dropping it hard. 70-yarder, says Jack. 60, 50, 54, from the 36, add 18 yards is 54. Okay, trying to do the math right now. Is Malik Washington even playing, says what, suppose? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. How could you have said the Cowboys were a playoff team with a straight face? They were trash, bruv, says Goofball. Goofball, Goofball. I'll say this, man. My confidence in the Dallas Cowboys wavered the moment we lost to the Chicago Bears. And after losing Micah Parsons, it was already a bad defense. It went from bad to worse. When I made the video about the Dallas Cowboys being, the title, the league should be terrified and all of that, I truly believed that the Dallas Cowboys had something special. Well, belief is a crazy thing, isn't it? There are some mad, powerful beliefs out there that are just sometimes wrong. And my belief in the Cowboys was one of them. Okay, let's take a look once again, guys, in this game. Let's break down some fantasy scores for those of you guys who need your Monday Night Miracles like I do. Tua Tagovailoa, 1 fantasy point today. He's completed 5 of 8 for 61 yards, 1 interception, 0 touchdowns. Devon Achane, 7 carries, 42 yards. He's also got 2 targets, 2 receptions for another 23. He leads this team in receiving yards. Hill has 1 target, good for 20 yards. Jalen Waddle has 2 targets, 1 reception, good for 10 yards. Darren Waller, 2 targets, 1 reception, good for 8. If Tua does poorly, this team typically does poorly. Tua has not been good today. The other side here for the Pittsburgh Steelers, while we're in this commercial break that is quickly coming to an end, Aaron Rodgers, 57 passing yards. He has completed 8 of 9 today, so less passing yards than Tua, but he does not have an interception, so that's working out in his favor. He's got 2 fantasy points right now. Jalen Warren, 4 carries, 16 yards. He's averaging 4 yards per carry right now. We are getting the kickoff right now. We are going to see this Pittsburgh Steelers offense take the field. This kick is going to be short of the landing zone, and so the Steelers will start this drive at the 40. You can move this blue line all the way up here to the 40. That's where they're going to be right now. DK Metcalf in this contest. 1 target, 1 reception, good for 22. Kenneth Gainwell, 3 targets, 3 receptions, good for 16. Darnell Washington, 1 target, 1 reception, good for 10. And Adam Thielen, 1 target, 1 reception, good for 7. Those are all the pass catchers right now for this Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Right? Oh, no, it's not. Jonnu Smith has a target. Calvin Austin has a target. Jalen Warren has a target. 2 yards between the 3 of those players. Okay, folks, 1st and 10 coming up for Pittsburgh at the 40-yard line after the short kickoff. It's a toss to the right-hand side. The catch is going to be made by Jonnu Smith, who picks up 10 yards. That'll bring up a 1st down here for Pittsburgh. The Steelers pick up a 1st down as Jonnu Smith makes the catch and goes out to the right-hand side. Well done. The former Miami Dolphin. Kind of a revenge game for him today too, huh? A little bit. A little bit. Okay. 1st and 10. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Aaron Rodgers under center, motion on the field. Rodgers from the 50-yard line, standing square in the middle here. Football being placed square in the middle here of this Steelers logo. A handoff to Jalen Warren. He'll pick up about 3 yards on that carry. It's a 2nd down and 7. The clock stays hot. I do feel like the Steelers are going to score a touchdown on this drive. Something in my bones is saying touchdown Steelers. But let's see. Oh my goodness, why is this cable? Why do I still have cables everywhere? This is awful. This is awful. My TV screen says 2nd down and 6. It looks like a 2nd down and 7 to me, though. Shotgun formation motion on the field as Rodgers waits for the snap. He will fake the handoff. He will wind up and toss this to the right-hand side. Looks like Washington is going to do some damage here. On 2nd down and 7, the man picks up 13. That will work for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's good for a 1st down. Darnell Washington, 1st down. 13-yard grab on 2nd down and 7. So on 2nd down and 7 from the Miami 47, a 7-yard reception means first and 10 at the Miami 34. Inside of Miami territory, the Steelers are operating now. Empty backfield. From the right hash, Rodgers will take the snap. The blitz coming in. Rodgers to the right. Kenneth Gainwell makes the grab. Another first down picked up here. First down for Kenneth Gainwell as he picks up 10 yards. It brings up a first and 10 and keeps the clock ticking still. Now we're at the Miami 24-yard line, and we have yet to turn on the red zone music today. We have yet to turn on the red zone music here today. We'll turn it on here in a second if we can get inside the red zone. So first and 10 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds-ish left to go. We'll need to see one more play before we go to the 2-minute warning. A timeout actually going to be taken here. Looks like the looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers want to take their first timeout. So one timeout going to be charged against Pittsburgh. 2 minutes and 36 seconds left to go in the first half. We still got a 2-minute warning. Steelers are in scoring range here. Steelers are in scoring range. This is the second game this season, by the way. They're focusing on Adam Thielen right now. They're highlighting his career. I got a feeling, woo-hoo, that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. All right, guys. I think the Steelers have that feeling right now as well. I think the Steelers have that feeling here as well. 2:36 on the clock. It's first and 10 coming up for Pittsburgh. Motion on the field. Rodgers under center, a single back formation from the 24-yard line. Rodgers will toss this one to Kenneth Gainwell. Gainwell tries to find the crease. He will take it at least into the red zone. That's going to be good for a red zone action here, and that's enough to turn on the red zone intensity. So second down and 6 after a 4-yard gain. Second down and 6 after a 4-yard gain. Squish the fish, says keep grinding up. Squish the fish, he says. So second down and 6. 2 minutes. I think we're going to see the 2-minute warning. I don't think we're going to get a play here. Yeah, that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So anticlimactic. We got the red zone music on for no reason. 2-minute warning. When we get back, we will have trivia. Don't go anywhere, guys. We will have trivia. We will have trivia. All right, guys. Well, we'll have action here momentarily. All right, guys. So, here we go. Oops. Escape. Got to hit escape here. Uh-oh, this is a problem. Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right, guys, looking for the newbies. If you are new, drop 5 emojis. Looking for the newbies in the chat right now. Here are my 5 emojis for my San Antonio Spurs. This is my day job, Mark. I plan to keep my day job. Let's see. I can't hear any music, says Philip Duncan. Look, I'll be super quiet, bro. Turn up your phone. It's just undertone. When I don't say anything, here's the other music right now. Just got to turn it up. You just got to turn it up. But if I do this, then you won't hear me. Or if I do this, then you guys aren't going to hear me. Can you hear me now? I'm in this really intense movie, but everyone wants to hear the music instead of the play calling. It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out that way, so we got to keep it nice and low. We got to keep it nice and low. When we get back from the commercial break, we will get back to that action right there. Shout out to the newbies who checked in. Looks like Haram Standing Straight says hello. We got Cole in the house. What up, Cole? I see Sim Mac. JC in the house. What up, JC? I've also got Token in the house. What up, Token? Melvin, hello. Mel, I see you. We've got Lewis Roberts checking in. Johnny Gonzo, welcome back, buddy. JD Mitch checking in. I see you. I appreciate you. Trey, rock and roll. Emma Fowler, welcome in. Rick, nice try, but I see you. Welcome back. Elizabeth Rodriguez, what's up, man? What's going on, Elizabeth? Welcome. Lots of newbies in the house today. Jasmine, I see you. Cased, hello. Thomas Stevens saying, let's effing go. P Fishing with the dab. I see Gabe Romero with the stars in his eyes. B Bull saying, I can hear you. There's the alien right there. How about the alien? Dab Boy Rizzle back for more. What up, brother? Welcome back. Johnny Maldonado. Janelle. Tino DeGreat, what's up? Sultan C, welcome back. Gatekeeper, hello. Commercial break is over, folks. We are at the edge of the red zone now. Here's the drop back, looking left, looking right, throws to the right. Catch is made. Gainwell takes it from the 20 down to about the 15. It's going to be just shy of a first down. 3rd down and 1 coming up now for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're lining up at the 15-yard line. If I didn't get a chance to read your comments, I appreciate you leaving those comments anyways. Eric Grimes, welcome to First Down, buddy. Welcome to First Down, and welcome Veronica, Lucy, My 11 Days, Outdoors Joshua, Arsante Williams, Terry saying what's up, Craig, hello, Jimmy, appreciate you. Okay, stepping away, happy birthday, Emma. I'm stepping away from the chat one more time, guys. We are in the red zone. And the clock has stopped for a timeout here, by the way. Miami Dolphins did call a timeout, so we've got a 3rd down and 1 with 1:51 on the clock. The clock has stopped. It is a 3rd down and 1 for Miami. Excuse me, 3rd down and 1 for the Steelers in Miami territory. So the Steelers have the football. They are pushing. We'll see how Miami handles this 3rd and short. Still in the huddle right now. The Steelers still talking about their play here. Rodgers putting something together. Break! They line up. Jalen Warren at the bottom here. The single back on this play. Motion right now. Aaron Rodgers under center. Waits for the snap. DK Metcalf at the bottom of the screen. A toss to the single back here. And Jalen Warren does not convert. 4th down and 1. 1:46 here left to go. 4th down and 1. Another timeout going to be called by the Miami Dolphins. They want the football back. The Miami Dolphins want the football back. They did start with possession in this game, so the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to get the ball to start the second half. Steelers going to get the football to start this second half. This looks like a good stop right there. Jalen Warren definitely got stuffed shy of the line to gain. 4th down and 1. 1:46 here left to go. I'm going to scroll just a hair so you guys can see more of these players out here, your top pass catchers. Looks like the Dolphins are ready to go on the defensive side, and now we've got the Steelers lining up. A 4th down and 1, and the offense will stay out there, guys. They are going for it here on 4th and 1. It is a quarterback sneak, and it looks like it is enough here. The officials crashing in, and the football popped out. They're going to say it's a first down for the Steelers because the whistles came in, but the football popped out. That tush push, man, it's so hard to officiate. The clock stays hot. It is going to be a first down for Pittsburgh. First down, Steelers. So they were pushing through, and they were trying to pull that football out. The whistles came in. They eventually got the football to pop out, but it was a little late. So, 1st and 10 at the Miami 14-yard line. Final timeout taken here by Miami. Don't know why they even wanted to use that timeout. They stopped the clock with 1:28. Doesn't matter anymore, McDaniel. Now you're just dragging this out, buddy. Now you're just dragging this out. Oh, that hurt so bad. I don't know what. I'm going to get cauliflower ears, bro, from wearing these headphones. From just wearing these headphones, I'm going to end up with cauliflower ear. Crazy. Okay, they're talking about the red zone touchdown percentage. We did bring that up earlier. It is a 1st and 10 coming up here after that 4th down conversion on the quarterback sneak. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. The Steelers with the football. Motion on the field right now. Aaron Rodgers under center. A snap and a little play action. Rodgers looking to the left. Rodgers with a lot of time will toss this one. Gainwell inside the 10. Gainwell inside the 5. Down at the 4. It's 1st and goal. Coming up now, 1st and goal. The clock will stop. Looks like timeout going to be taken this time by the Steelers, unless he ran out of bounds on his own. And I do think Gainwell did run out of bounds. So it's 1st and goal now coming up. The clock is stopped. 1st and goal at the Miami 4-yard line. No timeout needed as forward progress ended out of bounds. Motion from Washington. A toss to Gainwell. Gainwell going backwards here. Tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's as far as he goes. A flag on the play. Rodgers pointing for a 1st down. The officials getting in right here. They're going in. Laundry. Let's find out what it is. Face mask. Gainwell gets his face mask pulled. It'll be half the distance to the goal. Replay 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. So flag, penalty, face mask, Dolphins. Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 20. It'll be a half the distance to the goal. 1st and goal coming up now for Pittsburgh. Break! They line up. Washington at the bottom of the screen. 0 rushing touchdowns allowed in the last 5 games for the Miami Dolphins. You heard that right. Jaylen Warren is the single back on this play. Rodgers steps up to the line. He's making sure they hear here. He's making sure they hear over there. Play clock down to 3. Rodgers hands this off to Warren, who slips just shy of the end zone. I think it's going to be just a little bit short. It does bring up a 2nd down and goal. Clock continues to tick, looking for the 1st touchdown of this game. Looking for the 1st touchdown of this game. Warren definitely down a yard short here. Steelers still have both of their timeouts. Let's see if they want to use one of these now. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers hollering out here, saying something to you, saying something to you. We're in a shotgun. 44 seconds left to go on the left hash. Aaron Rodgers waits for the snap. Play clock down to 3. It's another handoff to Warren. And the Dolphins get another stop here. It'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. And this goal line defense for this Miami Dolphins is insanely good right now. Looks like a timeout is going to be called here by the Pittsburgh Steelers with 21 seconds left to go. I did not know that until I was shown that graphic moments ago. I did not know that the Miami Dolphins have not given up a rushing touchdown in the last 5 games. That is 20 quarters of football. At this point, 22 quarters of football, and the Dolphins have not given up a single rushing touchdown in 22 quarters of football. That's a lot. That's good. That's good. That's really good. That's way better than I thought, honestly. But we are still in the middle of this timeout. The timeout taking a little bit of time right now. Timeout is taking a little bit of time, but we'll get action here momentarily. Don't go anywhere, guys. We've got halftime in just a moment. We've got our trivia quiz coming up in just a moment. A quarterback sneak. This time they're going to go over the top here. I think they just gave one up here. They come crashing in. It is a touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Diving for it, it's Connor Hayward, a 1-yard rushing touchdown on 3rd down and goal. Puts 6 points on the board for Pittsburgh. And the Steelers take the lead now. All right, Steelers fans, y'all have the lead. You won that battle, but the war is not over. You won that battle, but the war is not over. Okay. The extra point attempt goes up and is good. Thank you, CMC. I see you out there, CMC, you later. That's okay, man. Again, still watching. Still watching. Thank you, CMC, you later. You gotta pay the troll toll. We go to a commercial break. 17 seconds here left to go. 17 seconds here left to go. Touchdown has been scored by Pittsburgh. It's so funny, man. That's so funny. Hold on, I gotta go back into this. I gotta take a quick look here at my chats. We got almost 10,000 people watching this live stream. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. Let's go ahead and pull out my analytics one more time. Pull out the analytics one more time. Almost 10,000 people watching this live stream. I love it. Hey, Jamelis understood the line right there. 73K incoming, says Mr. Mojo. We're on our way, my friend. We are on our way. Okay. Reading some of these. Is your mic on, says Mikey. Yes. Yes, it is. 1.2K likes, says B-Bowls. Yeah, buddy, says Janelle. We are hanging out. We are live in San Antonio, Texas. I appreciate each and every one of you guys who are hanging out and enjoying yourselves. And, you know, all I want to say is this has taken a lot of effort, man, to get to where we are right now. This channel did not start out with 72,000 subscribers. This channel, or with 10,000 people watching a regular season game. This channel started with a box of dog food where I kept my laptop and an old webcam on top of it, and I didn't have a way to adjust or change the height of things. I worked with one monitor. I worked with a cheap lapel microphone, and we have now gotten to the point where, yeah, you know, it's still a modest setup right now. But now we've got a good setup, though. We've actually got this going on, right? We got the green screen wall now. Instead, when I used to make my own stuff, you can see all the ring lights and all the gadgets and gadgets that I got. This is you guys out here in the chat. You know, we're just hanging out, man. And long story short, we started from the bottom. Now we're here, working towards that silver play button. So haters can hate, they can say what they want, but 73,000 people totally disagree with you, bro. And if you don't like the energy, that's cool, man. You can go kick rocks. I won't miss you. I am glad that those of you who see the value in this content are still hanging out with us. We got a $5 super chat that just came in from our friend Emilio, and I was like, Emilio! What up, Emilio? Thank you for that super chat. 1st and 10, we did just get a punt. This one went all the way back. We got a touchback. The Dolphins going to start this drive on the 35-yard line. Dolphins going to start this drive on the 35-yard line. Kevin, thank you very much, my friend. Cheers to that. It is still a modest setup, but we're working, man. Slowly growing here. Appreciate that, Kevin. We're getting a quick change of personnel. The Dolphins have the football right now. When we get back from this player swap, we might even see the Dolphins take a knee. They don't have any timeouts left. They are down by far. Te veo pequeño dominicano, mi amigo. ¿Qué onda, tigre? Bienvenidos. Bienvenidos. Here's the snap. A run to the right-hand side. Devon Achane gets out past the 40 and down at the 43. Looks like this is going to be just a 7-yard gain to take us into the break. And halftime is coming up now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put the halftime on. We'll put 13 minutes on the board, reset these timeouts. And it is time for our trivia quiz. Let's do this thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you guys a series of questions. All you got to do is guess, do your best, and forget the rest. Let's do this thing. Okay, y'all. Let's start with question number 1. An easy question. You've seen this one before. What is the name of the Pittsburgh Steelers' home stadium? Is it A, NRG Stadium? Is it B, Acrisure Stadium? Or is it C, Busch Stadium? A, B, or C? What is the name of the Pittsburgh Steelers' home stadium? A, B, or C? No penalties for wrong answers. No penalties for wrong answers. Heinz Field is no longer the thing. It is Acrisure Stadium. You can see it there, guys. There's the photo. I promise I'm not making that up. Most of you got that one right. Well done. Most of you got that one right. Well done. Let's move on to question number 2. Another super simple question, guys, but people get it wrong. What is the name of the Miami Dolphins mascot? Is it TD? Is it Willie? Or is it Flipper? What is the name of the Miami Dolphins mascot? A, B, or C? Kevin, thank you very much for that super, my friend. Looks like a couple people checking in with Willie, a couple people checking in with Flipper, a handful of people checking in right now. But most of you guys are actually wrong. Almost everyone got this one wrong. The answer is TD. TD, it stands for the Dolphin. 7 feet tall. 1997 was the first year they introduced the mascot, and the name, after a Name the Mascot, it was literally elected by the Dolphins fans, so I'm sad that Dolphins fans couldn't get that right. Okay, guys, who is leading the Steelers in receiving yards this year? Is it DK Metcalf, Pat Freiermuth, or Calvin Austin III? Who is leading this team in receiving yards this year? Metcalf, Freiermuth, or Calvin Austin? We talked about this during the pregame, guys. We talked about this during the pregame. The answer, DK Metcalf. Metcalf coming into this game, 753 passing yards. Calvin Austin with 309, he's in second place, and Pat Freiermuth with 307, he's in third. Bad season, though, for all the pass catchers in Pittsburgh. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next question. Who has the all-time rushing yards record for the Miami Dolphins? The all-time rushing yard leader for Miami, who is it? A, B, or C? Ronnie Brown, Ricky Williams, or Larry Kasonka? Or Larry Sonka. Who is it, guys? All-time rushing yards leader for the Miami Dolphins, A, B, or C? It's a tough trivia quiz, guys. It is C, Larry Kasonka. 6,737. That is not a whole lot of yardage, but it is the most, guys. That was from 1968 to 1974, and then an additional year in 1979. Fun fact. Okay. Next question. What year did the Steelers draft Najee Harris? Now, I know Najee Harris no longer on this team, but he did play 4 years with the Pittsburgh Steelers and got over 1,000 rushing yards every single year for Pittsburgh. When did they draft him? I might have just done the math for you. All right, guys, the man was drafted in 2021. He played the 2021, 22, 23, and 24 years with Pittsburgh. In 2025, he has moved on, and he's actually out for the season. The Chargers. Yikes, bro. Anyways, that's the answer to that question. Let's move on to the next one, guys. Question number 6. Which team was the last team that the Dolphins faced in the playoffs? Some of y'all might remember this. I hope most of you guys remember this. The Dolphins were in the playoffs recently. Who did they play? Was it the Commanders, the Ravens, or the Chiefs? This should be an easy one, guys. It was the 2023 wild card round that happened in January of 2024. The answer is the Kansas City Chiefs, guys. They played the Chiefs in the 2023 wild card round. That was that sub-zero temperatures at Arrowhead Stadium. That was the game where we saw Patrick Mahomes' helmet shatter on that collision. Can't forget that. Let's move on to question number 7. I got a handful more here, guys. Who holds the Pittsburgh Steelers' all-time rushing yards record? Is it Le'Veon Bell? Is it Jerome Bettis? Or is it Franco Harris? Who holds the all-time record for rushing yards? A, B, or C? Ha-ha. Ha-ha. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Should be a pretty obvious one for Steelers fans out here. Steelers fans, the answer is Franco Harris. 11,950 rushing yards over 165 games from 1972 to 1983. Franco Harris was that dude. Let's move on. Okay, question number 8. Question number 8. Who had the longest receiving play from scrimmage for the Dolphins this season entering today's game? Something else we talked about during the pregame. Who has the longest receiving play from scrimmage for the Dolphins entering today's game? Devon Achane, Jalen Waddle, or Tyreek Hill? I know, we talked about it already. Few minutes left here before we go into the next half. The answer is Tyreek Hill, guys, by just 1 yard. 47-yard play this season for Tyreek Hill. 46-yard play behind that. All right, I got just a handful more of questions. Poor Tyreek Hill with that leg snap, dude. That leg snap was so brutal, and he was smiling. The dude's crazy. All right, guys, which team have the Steelers beaten more than any other team in their franchise's history? Is it the Titans, the Browns, or the Bengals? Which of those 3 teams have the Pittsburgh Steelers whooped up on more than any other team in the league? Of course, to narrow it down, you must know what teams are in that division. That would save you a little bit of heartache here. The answer is the Cleveland Browns, guys. They've played 145 games against each other, and the overall record with the Steelers and the Browns is 81-63-1 all time with Cleveland. Final question here. Last question, guys. What now retired number did Dan Marino wear? 13, 14, or 15? This number is hanging in the rafters there at Hard Rock. Some of y'all might know the answer to this one. Some of y'all might not. A, B, or C. I got a lot of mixed bag right now. There we go. A lot of you guys getting in sync right now. By the way, there's something I'm going to show you after this trivia quiz, but the answer to the final question was number 13, guys. Number 13 for Dan Marino. Okay, y'all, that is it. That's all I had for our trivia quiz right now. How did you guys do? How did you guys do on that one? Look, here's something I'm going to say, guys, and this is going to maybe sound a little garbled up for you guys when I show y'all what's going on right now. That trivia quiz was hard, guys. That trivia quiz was difficult. I get that. But not all of our trivia quizzes are as tough. Let me show you guys a quick example of what I'm talking about here. I'm actually going to show y'all what the sway trivia looks like. I'm going to bring it up right here, right now. So give me another 60 seconds.
Every week for the next few weeks here. Let's start. Question numero uno. How many points is a touchdown worth? Who is this quarterback? Which logo does this team belong to? That was the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, 4:30 remaining. Which team won last year's Super Bowl? Which coach is nicknamed Big Red? What division are the Ravens in? 400 players remaining. That might be too many. It looks like we're down to 250 after that one. What is the name of the 49ers mascot? Where do the Chicago Bears play home games? Who holds the NFL record for the most receiving yards? Who is this man?
Anyways, point being here, guys.
We have a grand total of 29 winners. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Gator.
Point being is that these trivia quizzes are super easy, y'all. These trivia quizzes are super easy that I do on the Sway platform. And we had 29 winners all take home money last week. Those questions, super fast. Obviously, they're not that fast. You do get about 10 seconds to answer them. During our trivia quizzes here, you get 30 seconds to answer them. But our trivia quizzes on this channel, are obviously free to play, and there's no prize money here. For Sway, you can see it scrolling by at the bottom, $250 prize pool. What happens is that the question will come in. They'll give you 10 seconds to answer that question, and then I will give you a quick excerpt. And if you get it right, you advance to the next round. If you get it wrong, you are immediately eliminated. Yes, you can still hang out in the chat room with us. I was just trying to give you guys a quick glance at how quick those happen right there. So, $250 for the prize pool. Last week we had 29 winners, which means everyone took home a little less than $10. This time I'm going to make it a little bit tougher. I want to get a sweet spot of maybe 10, 15 winners, so it's worth your time to play. But it is free to play, guys. You don't need any coins. You don't need any tokens. This is absolutely free to play. New players will get free tokens, but you don't even need them for Football Nation on the platform. So if you guys want to play, all you got to do is use the link in the description down below. If you want more information on it, you can sign up for the email thread. Guys, I know I did not send out an email in week 15. I will be sending out an email ahead of week 16 here tomorrow. So expect the emails to be going out tomorrow, and you should be getting them probably actually on Wednesday morning. So we'll send you guys more information. If you want to sign up for the email list, guys, you can check out my website, footballnationusa.com. Here is a link to my website as well. Is my website perfect? No, but it is mine. It is mine. So there it is, guys. So there it is. You can learn more on the website, footballnationusa.com. All right, folks. We are just about done with halftime. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to receive the football to start the second half here, and the halftime break is just about over. Looks like 72-702. Cheers to you, folks. Welcome to Football Nation. Thanks for being a part of this journey of ours. Thanks for being a part of this journey of ours. R.C. Smith, thank you very much, sir. Cheers to you. Looks like Brad Childress saying, hey, bro. What up, Brad? How you doing, Mr. Childress? Brad Childress in the house. Haven't seen you in a while, bro. Just need 3 touchdowns, says Sleepy. Yeah, I kind of need that too. Monday Night Football, so exciting. 3-7, says Kirk. You know, some people might enjoy it. Siri is outdated. I have my own AI. Let's go. I have my own AI girlfriend now, says Johnny Gonzo. All right, dude. All right. Okay. Looks like Phenom saying, I'm really excited to call the Super Bowl. For me to call the Super Bowl, says Phenom. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. I like it. I'm actually on the fence on whether or not I'm even going to do the Super Bowl this year. There's a couple of games that we are going to drop this season, guys. You know, part of doing this whole YouTube journey was to be able to spend more time with my family. And I don't want to lose sight of that, right? At first, I really wanted to cover those games that are happening on Christmas. But then I got to talking with friends and family, and they're like, dude, wasn't the whole point so that you can spend more time with your family? Like, why would you cover those games on those days when you're doing okay? And so I may or may not do the Super Bowl this season. I feel like I'm leaning towards doing it, but things could change. It just depends on what the wife is feeling as well. Here's the kickoff, and we get a return out to the 29-yard line. It is 1st and 10 coming up right now. Steelers with the football as we start the third quarter. 14:56 on the clock. Let's do it. All right. Pull up my depth charts one more time here. Pull up my depth charts one more time. Thank you for checking into Football Nation. Welcome to this live stream. It is post-halftime. We are starting the third quarter right now. I feel like I hate Mike McDaniel's glasses, but I think he did the smart move by wearing plastic rim and not metal rim glasses in this cold. 1st and 10. Aaron Rodgers, hands to the helmet right now. From the 39-yard line, Pittsburgh takes the snap, hands this off to the right-hand side. Out he goes. This is going to be Jaylen Warren who takes it. Looks like to about the 35. Call that a gain of 6. It's a 2nd down and 4 coming up for Pittsburgh. I heard a super chat in my headphones. Only getting better, says Lance Bowers. Thank you, Mr. Bowers. That's the whole point, sir, to keep growing. I appreciate you. Another person who's been with us since year one, Mr. Lance Bowers. Appreciate you, my friend. Lots of people who have been here since year one. I think today might be our 3-year anniversary, guys, if I'm being 100% honest. I think this is the 3-year anniversary of my very first game on December 15th, I think is what the date was. Here is a handoff to the right-hand side. 2nd down and 4 becomes 3rd down and maybe 1. Maybe one of the channel members can verify that for me. If you go to the live shelf, and this is exclusive to the channel members, I've made sure it's hidden for everyone else. Channel members can see my very first original live stream. Here's the snap on 3rd down and 1. Out from the 39-yard line across the 40. They will pick up the 1st down. It's a 1st down, Pittsburgh. 13:36. So, if anybody heard what I just said, I hope I wasn't speaking out into the wind. Can a channel member please verify my 3-year anniversary? I think it is my 3-year anniversary. Someone can verify, though. Okay, 1st and 10. 13 minutes on the board here. A handoff to Kenneth Gainwell. Gainwell breaking tackles. He's gone. The 50, the 40, the 30, the 25. He's pushed out of bounds. What a run to the right-hand side. Minkah Fitzpatrick, a touchdown-saving tackle. Kenneth Gainwell, 40 yards. 1st down, Pittsburgh. Out from the Pittsburgh 40 to the Miami 20. That's a 40-yard run for Kenneth Gainwell. Okay. Courtney says, I'll check it out. Yes, it is the 3-year anniversary, says Beverly. Let's go. The 3-year anniversary of Football Nation. Thank you, Beverly, for letting us know. Do you have access to that game? December 17th with the Bills, says Brendan. Okay. So we're 2 days away. We're 2 days away, Brendan says. Pretty close, though, man. Pretty close. 12 minutes and 20 seconds here left to go. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all so much, man. Okay, single back formation. Here's the snap on 1st and 10. It's a handoff to the left-hand side. They go. And down, looks like a 2 or 3 yard gain right here. Those of you who get the chance to actually watch that super cringe first live stream, oh, it was so bad, dude. My first live streams were so bad. But it's cool. You're old, says Kirk. Welcome to the club. I got a 2nd down and 7 at the Miami 19-yard line. We are in the red zone. Thank you for verifying that fact for me, guys. I am going to step away from the chat so I can continue calling this game. So at the 20-yard line, 19-ish yard line, we've got a 2nd down and 7 for Pittsburgh. A little play action here. Rodgers airs this out. He'll fire. The catch is made. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Touchdown for the Steelers. It's a tutty, baby. We'll put 6 points on the board here. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a 19-yard touchdown reception inside the red zone. Aaron Rodgers gets the job done. So Marquez Valdez-Scantling makes the grab. And gets on the board. Well done. We're going to see the extra point attempt coming in right now. It was 2nd down and 7 from the 19-yard line. Boswell going to come out to make this an 11-point game. My math, is that right? Yeah. Boswell going to come out to make it an 11-point game. Catch made by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. The extra point attempt is up. The extra point attempt is good. The score is 14-3. Steelers fans, I see y'all out there, over 5,000 votes already. Let's find out. Let's start a new poll. Yeah, the Steelers picked up a bunch of new players, man. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a new addition here to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Adam Thielen, a new addition there to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're doing a lot. So, are the Dolphins cooked, man? Here's the question. It's very similar to the last one, but who are you rooting for? Steelers or Dolphins? Do we got fins up in here? Do we got any Steelers fans in here? I'm sure we got a good mix of both. 11 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. We're going to a commercial break. The Steelers just scored a touchdown. When we get back from the commercial break, Dolphins will be getting the football. The Dolphins will score, says Mark McKay. There we go. John Combs saying Dolphins. John Thompson saying Dolphins. New poll, clothes on the chair are never dirty. Yes or no, says JT. I feel like in my life, I would say that is true. But my wife would say, if it stinks, it's dirty. I don't care if it's in a chair. Wash your damn clothes. That's funny. Let's see. We got no handle. No handle, not me, saying touchdown. That is right, my friend. Keep your fins up, says Dak. What up, Dak? Need more Gainwell, says hi, me. JT, are you still in the postseason, bro? JT was just in the chat. Are you still in the playoffs right now, weren't you? Oh, you got a bye week this week. Ooh, you get a bye week this week. You're number 1 in the league right now. I love it. LaShawn Korb, I see you with the Steelers. There we go. Power Strokes checking in right now with the Dolphins. Next few weeks for these two teams, guys. You already are a member, Phenom. You see that? You've got that red jersey next to your name? Yeah, JT, first place bye week. It's best that you wash your clothes, says Matt. It is. Okay, the Steelers, if they win this game, they don't have a lot of wiggle room to drop anything else, guys. A win here is huge for Pittsburgh. Next week, they've got a matchup on the 21st of December against the Detroit Lions in Detroit. Tough matchup there for the Steelers. And then, even though they beat up on the Cleveland Browns have given it back plenty of times. Week 17, a game against Cleveland. It's a divisional matchup. They are never easy. Week 18, going to be the Ravens versus the Steelers, and it all could come down to this. If they've got the same record by the end of these next 3 weeks, it could literally all come down to Week 18. Hoping it kind of does, if I'm being honest. Here's a kickoff, and it will be short of the landing zone, guys. So the Miami Dolphins going to start this drive with a short field. Miami going to start this drive on the 40-yard line. Before we cut over to the field, here's the Miami Dolphins schedule. In Week 16, the Miami Dolphins will host the Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Burrow, who's basically said, I want to quit football. I'm done. Why? Why would you quit football? You're not, I say that. Andrew Luck had that same vibe when he quit football early. Week 17, Buccaneers at Dolphins, and then Week 18, a divisional matchup here, Dolphins and Patriots. Should be good. I am a member because I bought a super chat, says Phenom. No, you are a member because someone gifted you a channel membership. If you don't know how you became one, chances are you were gifted a super chat. Dawn and Robert Samora and Living Like Larry have gifted out plenty this season. I'll show you. 2nd down and 10 coming up. No gain on the right-hand side. Back to the action here. 2nd down and 10. The clock is ticking. Let's see. I'm going to gift out 5 Football Nation memberships right here, right now. It does it at random. YouTube randomly selects it. There's my gift to 5 random channel members, or 5 new random channel members. Looks like Ray gets one. Looks like they're popping up over here. 2nd down and 10. Dolphins with the football. Tua takes the snap, looks to the left, looks to the right, throws to the right. Catch is made. Ingold going to pick up 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 10 becomes 3rd down and 6. And it moves the football from the Miami 40 to the Miami 44. Out to the Miami 44. YouTube picks them at random, guys. I know. It just happens to go out sometimes. No, Phenom, it is not permanent. It is a 30-day sample. And if it's your first time doing it, I do recommend using those emojis. If you got your team playing right now, you get custom emojis as well. 3rd down and 6. I'm stepping away from the chat. I know I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry, guys. Here's the snap. Dropping back on 3rd down and 6. Tua's in trouble. Tua gets pushed down to the ground. It's a bag. Jalen Ramsey. Oh, there he goes. A brief stint with the Miami Dolphins, and now Ramsey going to play against the Miami Dolphins. He will get the sack. It's a 4th down and 20 as Tua loses 14 yards. Great job by the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Well done on that play. Beautiful play from Jalen Ramsey to get in across the line of scrimmage. So they're going to punt here from the 32-yard line. They send this one up, and away. And we get a return from the 15 to the 20. A spin move and down at the 23. It's 1st and 10 coming up now for Pittsburgh. We'll stop the clock with 9:06. Guys and gals, what's up? Thank you for hanging out with me. I am your host. My name is Mario. Check out my website, footballnationusa.com. You might find some affiliate links out there, guys. Any clicks on those links or any conversions do help me out on that website. Thank you guys for checking out what this channel is all about, man. I think throughout the rest of the year and all the way through Christmas, I think even my spread shop, if you want Football Nation swag, like we give out every Monday. By the way, tonight at the end of this live stream, we're giving away another prize. This week, it is the Football Nation beanie that we will be giving away. Rhonda Davis just got her. Oh, I should have put up that photo. Rhonda sent me a photo of that teddy bear with the beanie. I love it. She got her Football Nation beanie. Awesome. She actually won the weekly pick'ems. If you want to know how to win prizes, guys, we do this every single week. Every week, we do our, our pick'ems. I put out the schedule. I let you guys make your picks to decide who you think is going to win these games. We had Week 15 in the books already. Week 16 is available on the website. Let's actually bring up the graphic here. Let's bring up the graphic here for this week. I'm going to have to download it here. It's going to take a second. It's okay. Where did I put you? Where did I put schedule? It's the one I shared with Santino. It's week 16, so it's got to be page 16. Download MP4, page 16 for week 16. Okay, that'll take another minute or two. I'll update this, guys, so we can take a look at the week 16 schedule as well. Week 16 pick'ems are available. We are trying to give away a grand prize every week of $100. It's $100 grand prize every single week on this channel, plus the Sway grand prize that they've got, or the prize pool here. So $350 a week is what we've been gifting out or trying to gift out every single week on Football Nation. If you guys want to be a part of this growing community, guys, all you got to do is come back for more. Sign up to play the pick'ems. Check out the website. Smash the like button. Share it with a friend. Subscribe to the channel. Do all the things that the YouTubers are always saying. Do all the things that the YouTubers are always saying. It does actually help us grow our communities. Here's the playoff picture once again. Ooh, without any further stalling for time, Week 16 just downloaded. Week 16, here it is. Week 16, LA Rams and the Seattle Seahawks for Thursday Night Football. I'll bring this up during the next commercial break. No time right now. Commercial break is over. 9:06 on the clock. It's a shotgun formation. 23-yard line for Pittsburgh. They're up by 11. Rodgers looks left. He throws left. DK Metcalf, a little shake and bake, but he'll be brought down actually by Chubb. Bradley Chubb gets his arm in there. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 5. So a 5-yard gain for DK Metcalf. That is just his 2nd target of the day and just his 2nd reception of the day. Shotgun here once again, this time from the 27. It's a look to the right-hand side. The catch made by Darnell Washington for a gain of 2. 3rd down coming in quickly. Hurry up offense as the Steelers continue getting back to the line of scrimmage here. 3rd down and 2. Unless there was a delay or something here. Yeah, they're back to the action. 3rd down and 3. Excuse me. A wind-up and a throw upfield. It's incomplete. 4th down and 3 and a quick 3 and out. Looks like the Steelers are going to have to punt. That was a fast drive. It took less than 60 seconds. I got a 4th down and 3 on my clock. The clock has stopped. It's 4th down and 3. The Steelers on their own side of midfield at the 30-yard line. Tomlin probably just going to punt this thing. Bad read there from Rodgers. Hurry up offense didn't really work out. There's a flag, a late flag What? What? 12 men on the field. That's why Rodgers wanted the play to come out fast. Everyone playing checkers. Aaron Rodgers playing chess right now. He knew they had 12 guys on the field. He saw them trying to come off. He took the snap before the player was off the field. He was running. That's the right call. It was 4th down and 3. 4th down and 3. It's a 5-yard penalty. The result of the play is a first down. Beautiful, beautiful football IQ there from Aaron Rodgers. Wow, I'm impressed. Here's the snap. Here's a handoff. Up the middle goes Kenneth Gainwell. Gainwell will pick up 10 yards on 1st and 10. It's another 1st and 10. He gets up. You can hear him say, "Oh, yeah." They're going to call it a little bit short, guys. So 2nd down and 1 now coming up. Well done by Aaron Rodgers. Masterclass right there in situational awareness. Rodgers directing traffic right now. Shotgun formation. From the 45-yard line, it's a handoff to Gainwell. He does pick up the first down this time, and then some across midfield from the 45 down to the Miami 47. First down, Pittsburgh. And it looks like the Steelers are going to start to pull away in this one unless the Dolphins' defense can get a stop. Does feel like the Steelers are starting to pull away now. Another hurry-up situation here. Here's the snap. Rodgers looking right, looking left, checks it down. This time, number 14 on the grab again. It's a 5-yard pickup, 2nd down and 5. Kenneth Gainwell on the other side of that pass. Clock stays hot. Dolphins continuing to back up into their own territory, and the Steelers looking at the Dolphins saying, "Hey, get out of my way. We're going this way." So the Steelers with the football, shotgun formation. Aaron Rodgers slowly steps up to the line and kind of just waves off the defense here. 2 receivers at the bottom, 2 receivers at the top. That looked like a false start to me at the top of the screen. A little flinch in the slot, and the flags did not come in. A wind-up and a throw! Almost picked off right there. It hit the dirt. Incomplete pass. 3rd down coming up. It stops the clock with 6:39. Oh, man, he intercepted that, but the football came out. Couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up now, folks. Very, very close to being intercepted. My TV screen says 3rd down and 6. My cheat sheets say 3rd down and 5. 6 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Pittsburgh Steelers up by 11. The score is 14-3 Pittsburgh. Motion on the field from Jaylen Warren as he goes to the top of the screen. Rodgers turns around as the play clock winds down. He'll gingerly, I don't know if that's the right adjective for it, but he'll call that timeout. More nonchalant than anything, just kind of like turns around and went to the official. Whatever, timeout called. Rodgers cursing into the wind right now, just talking to himself. Seems like that guy who just talks to himself. Oh, there was also a hold upfield there. Rodgers was looking for that hold, didn't get the hold. I don't know how he's got such great vision across the field. Timeout has been called by the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have 2 remaining. We are currently in the middle of a timeout. Camera focusing on DK Metcalf. Aaron Rodgers in the huddle now. Going to be calling out these plays right here, making sure that everyone can hear. Still in the huddle, and break! They line up. DK Metcalf to the left side of this formation. He's lined up in the slot, not as the wideout here. Kenneth Gainwell also to the left of Rodgers, now to the right of Rodgers. From the 42-yard line, it's an empty backfield somehow, some way. A 4-man rush comes in, a windup and a throw. The catch is made. It's Pat Freiermuth who gets 16 yards. From the Miami 42 to the Miami 46, the Pittsburgh Steelers will pick up a first down here. First down for Pittsburgh. 3rd down and 6. No chance. No chance. Beautiful play, wide open Freiermuth. Zone defense did not work out this time for the Miami Dolphins. A soft spot in the zone. 6:06 left to go. back to the line already. No huddle here. Aaron Rodgers in a shotgun motion. Looks like Calvin Austin is on the move, but it's a handoff here. To the top of the screen goes Gainwell. He'll lose a yard on 1st and 10 from the Miami 26. Call it a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12 coming up as he goes back to the Miami 28. Steelers inside of scoring position, inside of field goal range once again. Steelers with possession inside of Dolphins territory. This drive was almost over at 41 seconds. But too many men on the field extended the drive, and we are approaching the red zone now. Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, play clock down to 5. 2 receivers at the bottom, 2 to the top. Rodgers looks left, Rodgers looks right. Rodgers trying to process all of the pressure. He'll wind up and throw. Incomplete pass. 3rd down and 6. It stops the clock with 5:06. 3rd down and 11 stops the clock with 5:06. So my TV says 3rd down and 11. My cheat sheets say 3rd down and 12. So we're somewhere in that range here between the 12 and 11 yards out. But it does bring up a 3rd down and long. Let's see how Pittsburgh handles this 3rd down. Okay. With 5 minutes on the clock, the Pittsburgh Steelers going to call a quick audible. Play clock down to 1. A 4-man rush disguised as a blitz comes in. Oh my goodness, threading the needle. DK Metcalf makes the grab. He's still going. He'll push off. He'll score. Touchdown, DK Metcalf. What a play. DK Metcalf, 28 yards on that play. A 28-yard touchdown for DK Metcalf means this is a 20-3 game, and we're starting to pull away now. DK Metcalf breaks a tackle, turns around, realizes he's got space, but he's being chased by all these Dolphins defenders. He literally starts running as he stiff arms backwards, and he uses that additional support to essentially catapult him forward into the end zone. He got a big burst of speed after that defender came in. Well done by DK Metcalf. The extra point attempt is up. The extra point attempt is good. Can the Dolphins answer back? Are the Dolphins cooked? Are the Fins cooked? They might be, guys. They very well might be. Fish fillet. Miami getting trounced, he says. Bada bing, bada boom, says Big Brutus. Hey. Jay Alexander saying this game is rigged. JC saying starting to blow up. It's over, says Mr. Wilson. It is over. Cooked. Dolphins are done. They're not cooked until the last 2 minutes of the game, says Sue Mullins. Let's go. Berg, says Gary Clark. I don't think Miami would like this cold field. I didn't think that Miami would like this cold field. We're seeing it happen again, my friends. We're seeing it happen again. I think you may have Drago Balboa. Tua should retire, says Beer 505. Dude, after watching those concussions for Tua, I agree with you, Beer. I just don't think that Tua still got it in him. It's hard to say that when they've won 5 games in a row, right? They're coming off a 5-game win streak. But still, man, kudos to this team for not just giving up this season. But Tua is not the answer, and regardless of what happens, the Dolphins are kind of screwed because next year, Tua's contract is guaranteed next year. I'm pretty sure Tua's contract is guaranteed next year, so they're going to kind of be stuck with Tua for at least one more. But maybe the Dolphins can make something happen during this year's draft. That being said, we will get to the draft board in just a moment. Here's the Week 16 pick'ems once again, guys, in case y'all want a shot at $100. We're going to take a look at this week's pick'ems as soon as this game is over. But next week's pick'ems are available on the Football Nation website, guys. Thursday, our next NFL game after today will be Thursday, December 18th. It will be LA Rams at Seattle Seahawks. This is one of the best games, in my opinion, when we look at the playoff picture because these teams are tied. This is going to be the tiebreaker between the Rams and the Seahawks right now, and the winner of this game moves up to number 1 in the NFC. You heard that right. The winner of Thursday Night Football is the number 1 spot in the NFC. So I am super stoked to cover that one next week. Cowboys still not out of the race just yet, so I'll give them one more chance. Cowboys have a game 12 p.m. on Sunday next week. The Lions also got a game against the Steelers. I'll be covering that game next week. By the way, 2 games on Saturday. This is not a typo. I will be live on Saturday for NFL as well. I'll be covering 2 games on Saturday, 1 college game, 1 NFL game. Here's the kickoff. Here is the return. Out to the 28-yard line, the Dolphins will go. This is Week 16 schedule. A lot of good football. You've got the Patriots and the Ravens. You've got the 49ers and the Colts. It's going to be a good week in Week 16. All right, back to this. 4 minutes and 53 seconds here left to go. 4:53 left to go. First and 10. First and 10 coming in, looking to the left, throwing to the left. Catch is made by Devon Achane, and this will be a loss of 2. It does bring up a second down and 12. At least he made the catch, but my Monday Night Miracle is definitely not coming to fruition this time around, guys. I needed Achane to get, 47 points, 37 points. Right now he's got 8. Tough spot. 4 minutes and 25 seconds. It's a second down and 12. 4:20 on the clock. Second down and 12. Break. Tua with Wright standing behind him. So this time Jalen Wright is standing behind Tua. Motion on the field from Achane to the bottom of the screen. The tip drill. It's almost picked off Tua. A terrible throw from Tua. Third down and 12 at the Miami 27. Third down and 12 at the Miami 27. Okay. Are the Steelers winning their division? Well, right now they're in the lead in this division. How long they stay in the lead in the division really kind of matters on whether or not the Dolphins show up for the rest of this game. The Dolphins' defense did well in the first quarter. Nobody scored in that first quarter, but the offense has never found its footing throughout this contest. We've got a shotgun formation, 2 receivers at the bottom, Achane at the top, looking in that direction. Tua changes his mind. Too much time in the pocket. Tua, a little analysis paralysis. He'll be dropped right there. 4th down coming up. He will lose 11 yards. It's a 4th down and 23. Too much time for Tua in that pocket. He did not know where to go, and by the time he realized it, he was already on the ground. Analysis paralysis at its finest. If you would have trusted it, he could have aired that out and thrown that all the way upfield. That would have been a touchdown play. Looks like Nick Westbrook-Akine went down on that play. Here's the punt. This one goes back. Jake Bailey sends it to Calvin Austin. We get a return. 29-yard line. Going to the left-hand side. Now gets to the 30. Down at the 34. It's 1st and 10. A flag comes in on the play. We'll see who this one's on. It's probably after the kick, though. It's probably after the kick. Okay. Let's find out what's going on here. There's a penalty on the play. Let's find out what the officials have to say about it. Illegal block in the back. Receiving team, it's a 10-yard penalty. The penalty against Ben Skowronek. So what would have been a return, a decent return here is going to be brought back another 10 yards. This will go against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So illegal block in the back against Pittsburgh. They do have the football now. 3 minutes and 12 seconds on the board. They'll start this drive inside the 20 from their own 19-yard line. Okay, commercial break. Once again, what a day it's been, man. We've picked up a good handful of subscribers today. Welcome to the newbies who are here, man. If you just subscribed for the first time, thank you guys. Feel free to let me know who you are. I'm going to take this moment to just literally chat with you guys. We're going to a commercial break. When we get back, it's 1st and 10 at the Pittsburgh 19. What happened to clipping, says Todd Tier. Never seen the chat room so populated, says Drago Balboa. You've missed a lot, my friend. We had 25,000 people here in for Game 7 of the World Series. That was our biggest game to date, Drago. Let's see. Cow Patties would have to win out, and the same time the Eagles would need to lose 3 in a row. I think you're trying to say the Dallas Cowboys, at this point, they are playing like Cow Patties, so I'm not even going to be upset with that phrasing there, Robert. Tua Casserole? Yeah. Can Warren get a touchdown, please, says Jacob. Maybe. Steel Menace saying my new favorite channel. What up, Steel? Thanks for checking in, Mr. Menace. Arian in the house saying, what's up? He says, you think this is jumping? You should have seen the chat when Mario said he hates stuffing. Brendan, that is so funny that you said that. A, I do hate stuffing. Stuffing is not good. And B, or dressing, or whatever you guys call it. Yes, we're talking turkey stuffing. Not a fan of turkey stuffing, won't be. And I did definitely start a revolution on that one, Brendan. It's so funny that you brought that up, dude. Blitz for a change, says he. Honestly, yeah, dude, we haven't seen a single blitz. We haven't seen very many blitzes at all by this Miami defense. Has not worked out very well for Miami on the defensive side. What it do, says Joel Scott. What it do, Joel? I'm really just randomly reading some of these comments as they've come in, guys. Let's see. Jay Mullen saying, Mario, my team has the #1 pick right now. You must be a Giants fan, sir. Let's see. Thought this game almost qualifies as wow. Though this game almost qualifies as animal abuse against the Dolphins. One more touchdown, man, and it'll be you want to see a dead body? These poor Miami Dolphins getting beat up right now. Okay, folks, let's get back to the action. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Aaron Rodgers will wind up and throw. This is going to be dropped by Darnell Washington. Tried to run with the football before making the catch. Incomplete pass. Stops the clock, which does help Miami. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. Okay. So 3:08 left to go. It is a 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh at their own 19-yard line. The Miami Dolphins have to do some soul searching, and they got to do it quickly here. Here's a snap and a handoff. Jaylen Warren to the right-hand side goes from the 19 to the 20 on 2nd down and 10. A modest gain of just a yard brings up a 3rd down. They're going to call it a 2-yard pickup here. Looked like a yard and a half at best. But a 3rd down and 8 at the Pittsburgh 21. Steelers Nation, get loud, says Ali. What up? Welcome in. Yeah, A-Chain definitely letting me down today. That's okay. It happens. 2.5 minutes left to go in the 3rd. It's an empty backfield on 3rd down and 8 for Aaron Rodgers. Play clock down to 3. Lined up on the right hash. Rodgers feels the blitz coming in. Freiermuth gets the quick pass. He'll be stopped just a yard short. Big hit right there. Don't do anything crazy there, Brooks. Don't get a penalty for taunting or anything. It's going to bring up a 4th down. Oh, maybe he did get the penalty for taunting. Let's see if he did. Brooks laid out a hit and then got up and tried to flex and look down on top of him like he was a big guy, but we'll see. Could be a UNS. So 2 minutes and 11. We'll find out what it is. I think it's going to be a taunt. UNS. Yeah, it's taunt. Oh, you big idiot. Why would you do that? What a big old dumb dummy. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Brooks. You needed that stop right there after the play. The hit, good hit, dude. Get up and walk away. Get up and walk away. You laid out a hit, and now you get the unsportsmanlike conduct for taunting. You get up and hover over him like you're... Bro, that is so dumb. So dumb. I feel like the NFL, A, is the no-fun league sometimes. Second of all, they've talked about this. They brought this up specifically at the start of this season that they are going to crack down on taunting and unsportsmanlike behavior, and he should have known that before he decided to flex. So, a game that the Dolphins absolutely need. They were looking at a huge stop there. It's a 15-yard penalty, 1st and 10. Out to the 43-yard line, the Pittsburgh Steelers have the football. It's a handoff to the left-hand side. Kenneth Gainwell will counter here and go to the right side. He'll pick up 8 yards. It's a 2nd down and 2. Football across midfield down to the Miami 48-yard line. Call that a 2nd down and 1. Miami is going to beat themselves, says T-Mac. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Why would you do that? I wonder what was going through his head. I think he must have thought, oh, we're down by 18 points. That one hit means we win the game. You're not doing yourself any favors. 2nd down and 1. A handoff to Kenneth Gainwell goes to the right for 2 yards. That will result in a 1st down, Pittsburgh Steelers. 1st down with less than a minute here left to go. The ball has advanced to the Miami 46-yard line. We are in Miami territory. The Steelers look like they're going to get one more. Steelers look like they're going to get one more. Pass that over here. I'm open, says Drago Balboa. Frozen tuna right now. Oh, yeah, man. Those ahi tuna steaks deep frozen. They're saving that for next year, bro. Play clock down to 3. Rodgers takes the snap. A blitz from the left side coming in. He will wheel out to the right-hand side. He's being flushed and chased. Brooks chases him out of bounds. A flag did come in at the bottom of the screen. This could be a holding on the offense, though. Let's find out what this penalty is. So Rodgers goes to the right-hand side. On 1st and 10, goes to the right-hand side from the Miami 46. A flag on the play could make this 1st and 20, but let's find out what the flag is before I make these assumptions. The flag came from the bottom of the screen. It's going to be illegal shift on the offense here. So illegal shift on the offense against the Pittsburgh Steelers. It will bring it back. They're going to punch this in with 20 seconds left to go. And this will probably take us to the end of the quarter, which means 1st and 15 coming up at the Pittsburgh own 49 that has backed them up to their own side of midfield. This will end the quarter, and down by 18. It is a 3-touchdown game right now. Pittsburgh Steelers running away with it here. That is the end of the quarter. 4th quarter coming up on the board. 15 minutes on the board. 1st down and 15 when we get back. All right, guys. Let's see. Oh, well, got 14 points in the 3rd quarter, says Drago Balboa. For real, man. LOL, y'all freezing your huevos off, and we're down here at the beach, says Power Stroke Syndicate. It's pretty cold here in San Antonio today. I say that, and I know that a lot of you guys are in that Pittsburgh area, freezing your absolute tails off. And I'm saying it's cold. Meanwhile, I can walk around the front yard in flip-flops and just be chilling. Where is Kyle Duggars? Well, he has been nowhere to be found today. Nowhere to be found today for this Pittsburgh Steelers defense, but I don't think they really needed him, my friend. I don't think they really actually needed him. Mr. Wilson saying it's 21 degrees here. I'm at this game, bruh, in sweet seats, says Daniel Hawker. Let's go, Daniel. Thanks for checking in, man. Thank you for checking in. You're watching the game in live real time at that actual game. Always cool to see that, man. Always cool to see that. Gainwell is the guy today, I suppose. Gainwell is the guy today. Pittsburgh Steelers offense, not so much. Can you say Irish wristwatch 3 times real fast? Irish wristwatch, and Irish wristwatch. Yes. Yes, I can, Robert. Yes, I can. Why? Because I practiced that when I did theater. Ha-ha! It worked out in my favor. It worked out in my favor. I love it. 15 degrees in Montreal. Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit? Mike Fancy Pants McDaniel. Mike Fancy Pants McDaniel and weak Tua Tagovailoa needs to go next season. We've been saying that since week 1, Addy. We've been saying that since week 1. And they've just, the last 5 weeks, found reasons not to get fired for the Miami Dolphins, but I still think it's time to go. You got to go. Got to go. Okay. All right, folks. So taking a look at next week's schedule, guys, I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to make my pick'ems right here, right now. If Devontae Adams is out, I might lean towards the Seattle Seahawks. I know you guys might think I'm crazy, but Seattle could definitely win this game. I might already be off to a bad start here. I'm taking the Eagles. I'm actually, you know what, dude? I'm done with it. I love my Dallas Cowboys. I'm taking the Chargers. Chargers going to win that game. Dallas going to lose out. I'm over it. I'm taking the Chargers just out of sheer upsetness right now. I'll take the Saints in this one. Give me the Bills in that one. I'll take, ooh, this one's a really, really good one. We'll get to that in a moment. We actually may not get to that here. 1st and 15 from the 49. A quick slant route. Catch is made. Pat Fryermuth on 1st and 15 will pick up about 22 yards. That's good for a first down. First down, Pittsburgh Steelers to start the quarter here. First down, Pittsburgh Steelers. Shotgun formation. 1st and 10. Trips to the right-hand side. Waiting for the snap here. Aaron Rodgers steps up to the line. Motion going to the bottom of the screen. Rodgers takes the snap, and it's going to be a handoff to Gainwell again. Kenneth Gainwell is the hot hand here, and they are riding that hand. It is 2nd down and 5. 2nd down and 5 after the gain here by Kenneth Gainwell. Looks like Anthony is now following us on Twitch. Let's go, my friend. 2nd down and 5. 14 minutes on the clock. Someone asking me a trivia question. What team has the longest active winning streak, including yesterday's games? I don't know, what is that, the Broncos right now? I guess it would be the Broncos. I'm just guessing right here. My guess would be Denver. 2nd down and 15, shotgun formation. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Here's the snap, dropping back, looking right, throwing right, catching is Jalen Warren. Inside the 20 he goes. Puts us inside the red zone. And we've got action now. First down coming up. All right. Patriots lost yesterday, though. That's why I'm saying Broncos. I would have said Patriots, but the Patriots lost. So that winning streak is broken if we're including yesterday's games. But hey. Okay. So 1st and 10. Looks like an injury timeout here. Minkah Fitzpatrick, the ex-Pittsburgh Steelers, now converted to Miami Dolphin, has gone down. Minkah Fitzpatrick down on the field. They go to a quick commercial break here. Elvis liked the LA Rams. I don't know. We're from Philly. We're from Philly. No one likes us. We don't care. He says. Ricky saying no one likes us. We don't care. Mario is more exciting than these Miami Dolphins teams. Sometimes that's what I have to be, man. The show must go on, bro. The show must go on. We've got a Dolphin down. We do. We sure do. Jesus Santiago Romo Conchas. Bienvenidos. Bienvenidos, mi amigo. We don't lose Monday night, says L versus L. Shut it down. Let's see. Hang in there, Minkah. All right, guys. So, is your team in the postseason? Philip asking for quarterback stats, please. Philip, I'll do you one better, brother. I will do you one better. Here's a quick look right now for the Miami Dolphins quarterback situation here. Tua Tagovailoa in today's contest has completed 6 of 10 for 65 passing yards. You heard that right. We are in the 4th quarter, and Tua has not even picked up 100 passing yards in this game. Talk about, and this is my professional take on this, guys. Terrible game for Tua Tagovailoa. Achane today, 48 rushing yards. He's averaging 4.8 yards per carry through the air. He's only got 2 targets, 2 receptions for 23 yards. The Dolphins' offense has been bad. Tua has been bad. He has 1 interception today, 1 fantasy point. On the other side, for the home team, the offense here It is going to be Aaron Rodgers. Has completed 22 of 26. That's a huge difference here. He has completed more passes than Tua has even attempted today. Did you get that? Aaron Rodgers has completed more passes than Tua has even attempted today. 219 passing yards for Aaron Rodgers, 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, 20 fantasy points for him today. And it looks like Minkah Fitzpatrick will get up, and he'll walk off to the sideline, getting a lot of support from both sides. Guys obviously played a long time here with the Pittsburgh Steelers, so Pittsburgh Steelers fans as well as Miami Dolphins players, Pittsburgh Steelers players, as well as Miami Dolphins players out there to send their support, emotional support here. Anyways, commercial break is over. Injury timeout is over, and the clock is ticking once again. We are inside of the red zone at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Motion on the field. Looks like that's Roman Wilson to the bottom of the screen. It's a toss, though. Out to the left-hand side. The right-hand side. That's going to be a toss. That's going to be a touchdown. Jonnu Smith was lined up as the running back on the play, and Jonnu Smith will score. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Jonnu Smith going to score that touchdown, and that might seal the deal here. With 13:01 left to go, it would take an absolute miracle for the Miami Dolphins to come back in this game. It is over, says Dawn. Dawn saying this game is over. For those of y'all playing fantasy football, someone probably needed that Jonnu Smith touchdown. The ex-Miami Dolphin. Lots of players swapping here right now. There's the kick. The kick is up, and it is good. It is 25-point game here between these two teams. A 25-point game here between the two teams. The score is 28-3. Over and done, says Arian. The first touchdown sealed the deal, says JD. I guess so, man. Now they're just laying it on thick. We got a new channel member. A few new channel members being gifted out right now. Thank you, Lance. Thank you very much, Lance, gifting out 5 channel memberships. Disney football, says Charles Brandon. Yes, I guess it is with ESPN, right? We're on ESPN, so I guess that makes sense. All right, guys. Well, this game is getting out of control. Let's just do something here. 28-3. It's a 25-point gap between the two teams. This game will probably be over sooner rather than later. So let's ask this fun little question here. What was your first concert ever? What was your first concert ever, guys? I've said this multiple times on this channel. I went to my first concert. It was System of a Down. And then my second concert was Green Day. Nothing to do with football. But let's just learn a little bit about you guys. TCO saying Backstreet Boys. Backstreet's back. All right. Pat Benatar. Okay. Eddie Monkey. Kiss. Love it. Wanna rock and roll all night. The Grateful Dead. Pink Floyd. Okay. Molly Hatchet. G-Unit. G-Unit. You say you were gangster, but you never got none. Iron Maiden. What else, guys? So, I've got the Dolphins going to be getting the football to start the next drive right now. Your first concert ever was Iron Maiden, cool as a fan? That's pretty sick. Never been to a concert, says Jabberwocky Slayer? Jabberwocky, we got to get you to a show. Never heard of Forrest Frank? Korn at Madison Square Garden. Weird Al Yankovic, Cheap Trick and Foreigner. The Who. Okay. Go Steelers. I see you, bro. Let's go. Dr. Hook, says Robbie. The Blues Brothers, says T-Bass. The Red Hot Chili Peppers would be pretty cool. First concert, Panic at the Disco. Oh, well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear. No, I cannot but to hear an exchanging of words. The Strokes. I do like the Strokes, man. Rock and roll. Guns N' Roses would be dope. This game should have been flexed, says Jason Wolf. Nah, I don't think so, man. We got flex games next week. Breaking Benjamin Queen would be dope. as well. I really do think that Freddie Mercury was one of the greatest voices of all time. Prince, also a big fan. Rock and roll, dude. Anyways, guys, we're going to step away from this here. That was fun. Commercial break is over. Here's the kickoff and a return out to the 35-yard line. The Miami Dolphins here going to start this drive on the 35. Would not be surprised to watch the Dolphins go ahead and roll over at this point. They may not be bringing Tua back out. Would not be surprised if they just rolled over and gave up. Let's see if they bring out their starters still in this contest. Miami down one Quinn Ewers. Tua Tagovailoa still available, but they might pivot here and go to Zach Wilson. No need to get your players injured. And let's see. Tua is still out there. Tua takes the snap. A four-man rush coming in. Tua looks to Achane. Achane, left-hand side, to the 40, to the 45, out to the 50. He'll pick up about, looks like a 14-yard carry from the 35 to the 49. First down, Miami. It starts the clock. They do pick up a first down. Dolphins on the move now, looking for a consolation prize. Some people who are doing fantasy football right now. Oh, by the way, the first down, they have not had a first down since there were 7 minutes left in the second quarter. You heard that right. The Dolphins have not converted and picked up a first down. I should say that's the first one they've picked up since the second quarter. Here's a toss to Achane. Achane, left-hand side, stays on his feet. He clicks L3 to make sure he keeps his balance. Playing some Madden out there. Good run for Achane to the left-hand side. That'll bring up a second down and 9 as he picks up. Second down and 1 as he picks up 9. Football to the Pittsburgh 42. The Dolphins have crossed midfield. Maybe too little too late to find your spunk. Giggity. Okay. It's a second down and 1. The Dolphins keeping this football on the ground. Tua Tagovailoa, something wrong with the man. Motion on the field this time. It's Ingold to the bottom of the screen. He takes it. He looks right. He'll look left. He'll wind up and throw. Jalen Waddle makes the grab down at the 26-yard line. That's a 16-yard grab for Jalen Waddle on second down and 1. He sits on his butt, not getting up. We might stop the clock again for an injury if Waddle does not get up here. First and 10. Clock is ticking. Waddle does walk. Waddle will waddle to the sideline. So Waddle off to the sideline he goes. It is a 1st and 10 for Miami. They will line up with the strong side obviously here to the left. Tua calls a change, and now we end up out of the single back and into an empty backfield. Tua takes the snap. He looks right. He'll look left. He'll wind up and throw. Going to the top shelf inside the 10. The Dolphins looking at a 1st and goal. First down for Miami. At least they're trying to keep this game interesting. It's a 1st and goal with 10 minutes and 30 seconds here left to go. Miami with the football. Miami inside of enemy territory. It was Darren Waller who made the 19-yard grab. Nice touch on that pass there. Little touch, little finesse from Tua Tagovailoa. Darren Waller leapt up to get it. A good leap from Waller. Probably didn't need that. Probably would have been better if he kept his feet on the ground. But Tua waits for the snap. Play clock down to 3. He'll take it. He'll fake it. He looks left. He looks right. He's in trouble. Got to get rid of it, Tua. Just throw that thing away, brother. He's on the move. He'll wind up and throw to Achane. Incomplete pass. Stops the clock with 9:48. It's a second down and 10 coming on. Second down and goal coming up at the Pittsburgh 6. Football at the Pittsburgh 6-yard line. The Miami Dolphins with it right now. If they score a touchdown, they could, who knows? They could make this an 18-point game here with less than 10 minutes left to go. Super fired up about that. A super chat coming in. Thank you, guys. Raiders lost without Geno, and I still blame Geno. Looking to the right, throwing to the right, going up with both hands and fighting for it. Darren Waller said, "I'm bigger than you." Waller gets the touchdown. Touchdown, Miami. Again, maybe too little, too late. Maybe too little, too late, though. So Darren Waller went up, gets both knees down. Waller, just the bigger player over Asante Samuel. They're going to go for 2 here to make it a 17-point game. Don't know what the logic is on this. I don't think it's going to do much. Whether they convert or not, the Dolphins are going for 2 right now, folks. They're going for 2. Someone has done the math, and they believe this is the correct option. Tua waits for the snap. Play clock, plenty of time on it here. Here's a 2-point attempt. Tua takes the snap, and it looks like a 4-man rush will come in. Tua will throw to Waller again. Incomplete pass. 9:41 left to go. We'll see the Steelers get the football. Steelers are up by 19. Steelers up by 19. It's still a 3-touchdown game. Is it time to start doing the onside kicks here? It might be time to start doing the onside kicks here. The over got hit like a spliff. Oof. A game now? Ha ha ha. I don't think so. No good, says Harrison. That is correct, Harrison. Living in America. Got to have a celebration. Rock my soul, says Drago Balboa. Miami can't stop Rodgers. It's true, guys. Miami can't stop anything right now. Miami's defense looking like the Dallas Cowboys defense right now. Ooh, is that fair to say? Is that fair to say? I don't think it's fair to call any defense the Dallas Cowboys defense. That is hands down the worst defense in the NFL, bro. Hands down the worst defense in the NFL. Okay, guys. Once again, the schedule for next week. I will be doing multiple games. The games that I will be covering are all in green right here. What you're not seeing is that tomorrow I will be doing an NBA basketball game for the NBA Cup Finals. My San Antonio Spurs versus the New York Knicks of the East. I am fired up to watch that. I want to see Devin Vassell and Stephon Castle, and I want to see Dylan Harper, and I want to see De'Aaron Fox, and I want to see Victor Wembanyama go up against Karl Anthony Towns and go up against Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby and Josh Hart and that squad that they've got in New York. It should be a really, really good basketball game tomorrow night. I'm even willing to bet that I'm probably going to lose my voice. Probably. Anyways. OKC says, Emilio, not anymore. You mean go Spurs go. Germ saying the alien in Victor Wembanyama. Now, I will be doing more football as well. I will be doing college football this week, guys. So not only is there a Saturday game in the NFL, there will be a Saturday morning game on Football Nation as I cover Texas A&M. Yeah, Texas A&M. It's going to be Texas A&M and Miami going at it. So I'll be covering that game Saturday morning. I'll be doing Alabama and OSU Friday night. And I'll be doing all the games that you see right here. I will be busy till the end of the year, folks. Be sure to come back. I'll be here. I will be here for you. All right, guys, 1st and 10 with 9 minutes and 36 seconds on 9:41 on the board. Here's the kickoff, and they are going to bring it back. So here's the kickoff. We do get a return from the 12, out past the 30, out past the 35, down at the 36. 1st and 10 with 9:36 left to go. Steelers could honestly hang on to the football for the rest of this game. Jacques Lacoste. I'm here for you, bro. I got you. Iowa Hawkeyes? Not an Aggies fan, but I got to keep it Texas. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Abigail. That's what I'm saying, Abby. Okay. Peso, more pesos saying, hey, bro, keep it up. Love the energy. Love the name. Pesos, more pesos. Okay. 1st and 10. A handoff from the 36-yard line. Looks like this time. Wow, I think they might have brought out their backups right now, guys. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers job is done right here. Caleb Johnson going to get his first carry of the day. Caleb Johnson gets his first carry of the day. It goes nowhere. 2nd down and 10, maybe a 2nd down and 9 coming up. A 1-yard pickup there for Caleb Johnson. Okay. Aaron Rodgers probably going to turn around and hand this football off like 57 times. Maybe will he throw the football out at this point? The Steelers looking to ride off into the sunset. Aaron Rodgers is still in on this game. We've got Roman Wilson going to the top of the screen. A toss to Caleb Johnson, and Johnson looks for a couple of blocks. Goes down inbounds, carries this one to the Pittsburgh 40. Call that a gain of 3. It brings up a 3rd down and 6. Clock continues to tick. Someone saying a flag out. I don't see a flag on this one. Okay. Burrowhead saying hello. What up, Burrowhead? Single says appreciate. What up, Single says. Robbie Gibbs saying no, they have the bye. Saying Robbie Gibbs. More Washington, says Chef Mandan. Who is your favorite player on the Dallas Cowboys, says Lucas. Well, it was CeeDee Lamb until this season. At this point, I feel like it's got to be Pickens. Timeout going to be called here. Aaron Rodgers wanted to take every second he could off the clock. It's 3rd down and 6. Timeout has been called by Pittsburgh. I think they were just trying to take the time as much as they could. I smell a comeback, but not a win, says Jack. Orange tie, says Heavy. Heavenly Bud. No, this one's green. I've got an orange tie, or green. This one's red. I've got an orange tie lying around somewhere. This is closer to this color out over here than it is orange. Okay. Pack up the peanuts. The circus is over, says Drago Balboa. Well, for some people, yes. For some people, yes. But for fantasy football players, every single moment of this game counts. It is the end of the week, and it is the first round of fantasy football playoffs here. Kenny saying, hey, Mario, just FYI, tied with the Cowboys defense. Don't say the Cowboys don't say that the Cowboys have the worst defense ever. I mean, it's pretty bad, bro. Here's the toss to the left-hand side. Looks like a 3rd down and 6 will be a 1st down picked up by Pittsburgh. That's what they needed, Jaylen Warren, to move the sticks and keep the drive alive. Pittsburgh going to take every second off the clock that they possibly can. That will help the case. Play clock down to 25 now. Is Aaron Rodgers a top 10 quarterback? No, Nikolai. I don't think so. New York about to weigh in, says Jack. Slayer in Denver, says Marco Diaz. Ooh, a challenge could come in here. That's not going to be a 1st down. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 1. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 1. The clock is stopped because there's an official review right now. 4th down and 1 coming in. The officials were like, dude, just let's go home. The officials were ready to go home. Looks like they're going to punt right now. Aaron Rodgers should just go for it. Even if the Dolphins score, you know what I mean? Just statistically, just go for it. 4th down and 1. They should go for it. Eric Dexter, I got you, buddy. There are the quarterback stats. Aaron Rodgers is the only quarterback to report on. Tua Tagovailoa. Bad, bro. Numbers out here on the right-hand side. A low snap, a punt coming in right now, and this one all the way back to the 7. They go backwards, going to try to return. Washington brings this out. Oof. Looks like Malik Washington takes it out to the 14-yard line, a 7-yard return. It's 1st and 10 coming up for Miami. What? LOL country. Thanks for checking in. Easy to tougher. Never give up, says Big Dog. Never give up, never surrender. Stats right here, guys. Stats right there. Bye-bye Chiefs Kingdom. No Mahomes, no playoffs. Robert Betts saying, I noticed that if I ask you a random question on here, they never answer it. Well, keep trying, Robert. I promise you that it's not easy to pick out one person's comment out of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 people watching I promise I'm not doing it on purpose, buddy. 1st and 10. Here's the snap, a little play action, dropping back, looking right, throwing right. Catch is made out to the 20, out past the 20, down at the 23. It brings up a 2nd down and 1. The clock is ticking. By the way, when there is action on the field, I try not to read comments just in general. I have actually minimized my comment window, so if you guys are trying to communicate with me now, I can't see it. 2nd down and 1. 7 minutes left to go in this football game. The Miami Dolphins on the move at this moment, but they've got a lot of work to do. With less than 7 minutes left to go, shotgun formation. 2nd and 1 from the 24-yard line. Tua surveys. Tua in trouble. He'll step into the pocket, though. Catch is made. Big hit laid out. Soon as that was done, there's Kyle Duggar. But it's a 1st down for Miami. Miami makes the ground. Oh, that was actually Patrick Queen who made the catch there. Or who made the tackle there. It was actually Queen who made the tackle there. Duggar made the play on the previous one to prevent that last 1st down. Still, though, looks like Hill made the catch for the Miami Dolphins here. So Julian Hill makes the catch for the Miami Dolphins. We've got a 1st and 10 coming up for Miami with about 6 minutes left to go. Here's the snap. Tua looks right, looks left. Pressure coming in. Tua gets smashed. Down goes Tua. Cam Hayward gets in. First bag of the day for Cam Hayward. This will make it a 2nd down and 17. Backwards the Dolphins go. And it is loud here at Acrisure Stadium. The Mustard Men doing a great job. I guess we can't call them that anymore since it ain't Heinz Field. Good job by Cam. Good job by Hayward on that play. The sack attack, says Yinzer. I peeked over to the chat for one moment. I'm back here. Okay, 5:20. Play clock down to 4. Tua drops back. Tua in garbage time now. We'll air this out. Catch is made upfield. A nice spin move. And that's going to be a grab by Dulcich. And Dulcich will pick up 29 yards on 2nd down and 17. 1st down, Miami. So Tua in garbage time going to try to fill up the stat board. But they're not really in a rush. Clock continues to tick. They haven't even gotten their personnel out there. Here's the huddle. They've burned 30 seconds off the clock and haven't even gotten their play called yet. Break! They line up. Play clock down to 6. 5, 4, 3. Here's the snap. Tua looks left. He'll throw left. Oof. Tough catch there. Catch going to be made by Darren Waller. He's hit immediately. Looks like a 4-yard pickup here. 2nd down and 6. 4:20 on the clock. You know what that means. Dolphins fans probably need it. Dolphins fans probably need it right now. They're taking it in the blowhole here. Asante Samuel, a low hit. Low hit from Asante Samuel on Darren Waller there to the knee. Waller, athlete. Okay, across midfield, the Dolphins with the football. Waller to the bottom of the screen. Tua waits for the snap. He takes it. The blitz coming in. He'll wind up and throw quickly. Waller makes the grab again. Dives head first past the 40. It's 1st and 10 at the 37. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. The Dolphins trying to get a consolation prize now. Hurry up offense. The clock continues to tick. Shotgun formation, trips to the top of the screen. Tua takes it. Tua looks right. Tua looks left. He'll wind up and throw. It's caught by Achane down to the 31-yard line. 2nd down and 4. 6-yard pickup. Achane with 13 points today, and if I would have started the players that I drafted, I would have won this week in fantasy and advanced to the next round of the playoffs. Instead, I tinkered with my roster, and I screwed up everything. Anyways, Achane did go out of bounds, guys, so that stops the clock with 3:19. We are still outside of the red zone, 2nd down and 4. We've got a pistol formation. Achane is out there. Malik Washington on the move to the top of the screen. There's the snap, looking to the right, looking to the left, and Tua's on the run. Tua breaks a couple tackles, still on his feet. He'll wind up and find A-Chain. A-Chain cuts back the 20, the 15, down at the 13-yard line. No flags on the play. Big first down right here. It's first and goal. Excuse me, it's a 1st and 10 from the 13. 1st and 10 from the 13. The clock is ticking right now with less than 3 minutes left to go for the Miami Dolphins. And it is too little too late, but they are going to find maybe something to get excited about. 118 total yards for A-Chain. A touchdown wouldn't even do enough to help me in fantasy. He would need another 100 yards and another touchdown or two. Whistle comes in. Timeout going to be taken this time. Pittsburgh Steelers going to use their final timeout of the game here with 2:36 left to go. The Steelers are going to win this game. The Steelers going to stay in the same spot right now. Okay. Commercial break. Timeout has been called. Yes, I did, Burrowhead. I did. He's about to quit, man. He's about to quit. Onside kick plus score plus 16. Says Jack. Brutal, man. White Snake. I've seen White Snake. Well, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to watch that game with the Indianapolis Colts. I'll tell you this, man. I don't think that Phillip Rivers is going to save the Colts' postseason aspirations. The Colts have a pretty tough schedule. I don't think that he's going to be able to fix that. Okay, 1st and 10 coming up. 1st and 10 coming up. Motion on the field. Tua looking towards Waddle. Doesn't like it. He'll step up into the pocket. He'll throw towards Waddle. No! He'll throw to the end zone. It will be caught. This is Darren Waller who gets the touchdown. Touchdown, Darren Waller. Touchdown, Miami Dolphins. Well, a 2-point conversion here. Interesting. Interesting. Whoops. My apologies, guys. I muted the button. I muted myself again. Just like last time. I hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Okay. 2-point conversion coming up to make it 17-28. Here's the snap. Tua taking his time. He's in trouble. He's going to have to scramble. He'll wind up and throw up in the air, and Dulcich cannot hang on. And so it's a 17-point game, 18-point game. What's my math here? Someone help me out. That looks like a 13-point game to me. 13 points, right? Yeah. No. Add 10, that's 25. Yeah, 13-point game. So why make it an 11-point game? Why does it matter? You still need 2 touchdowns. Don't worry about those 2-point conversions. Just take the extra points. If they would have taken both of those extra points right now, it would be 17-28, and we'd still have an 11-point game. We'd still have an 11-point game. But instead, we got a 13-point game. 2:32 here left to go. We're probably going to see an onside kick. Less than 10% success rate on onside kick recovery here. Thanks, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Fish out of water, saying David Bacco. There is a world where Warren gets 68 points. Yeah, there's some league where Jaylen Warren just put up an absolute monster of a game. They tried to steal the momentum, says Jack. No, I think the Colts are done this year. Move on to next year. I kind of feel the same way. Do you believe in miracles, says Roy Williams. That's what it would take. An absolute miracle. The Mr. Mojo saying, haha, math major. All right, guys. So the Dolphins placing the football flat on the ground here. No kicking tee. They're going to try an interesting onside kick and see what happens here with 2:32 left to go. 2:32 left to go. And if the Steelers win this game, the Dolphins still have all 3 of their timeouts. The onside kick. No! Oh, my goodness. Almost recovered here. Wow. Way better than expected there. It looked like the Steelers actually were going to lose that onside kick recovery. It went straight over to Adam Thielen. It went straight to Adam Thielen and went right under his hands. He got so lucky that Connor Hayward was there to lay down on top of it. Adam Thielen almost lost the onside kick recovery. So 2:30 exactly left to go. The Steelers take over at the Pittsburgh 50-yard line. Here we go. Knicks tear Spurs. Yeah, right, Mr. Mojo. You're tripping, bro. Wemby's going to get 7 blocks tomorrow. Motion on the field, single back formation. Adam Thielen to the bottom of the screen. And Aaron Rodgers hollering out here. There's the snap and a toss to the bottom. There goes. Looks like Kenneth Gainwell will pick up about 4. It brings up a 2nd down and 6. Timeout going to be called immediately here by the Miami Dolphins. Timeout taken by the Miami Dolphins. People's heads are steaming out there. Full head of steam. Rodgers just strategizing. Tears will flow tomorrow night, says Mr. Mojo. I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I don't think so, Mr. Mojo. Do you think they should pick some fans in the after game conference room? For what? Pourquoi? Pourquoi? Ratbirds ain't winning out. It's over in the North, says I Noel. Eric Dexter checking in right now as well for his Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers in a fantastic spot right now, looking to get in. The Ravens sitting at 7-7. They need the Pittsburgh Steelers to lose games. What happened to the Colts, says Phenom. Well, the Colts started to spiral, and then things got really bad when they lost Daniel Jones to a torn ACL. Daniel Jones is out for the season. So a 2nd down and 6, a toss to the right-hand side. Looks like this will be a 1-yard gain, maybe a no-yard gain. 3rd down and 6, another timeout going to be called immediately by the Miami Dolphins. No gain, 3rd down and 6, Miami 46-yard line, and the Steelers could actually get stopped right now. The Steelers could end up with no points. That was Phillip Rivers' first day playing football since 2020. It's been over 1,800 days since Phillip Rivers played professional football. Signed with the Colts last week. They're talking about the Indianapolis Colts because there's not much to talk about left in this game. Those of you guys who are still hanging out with me, thank you. Appreciate y'all. 2 minutes and 21 seconds here left to go. Don't forget to sign up for the Pick'ems on Football Nation, guys. Waiting to get back from this commercial break right now. Here's the link once again to take y'all to the website, footballnationusa.com. This is my website, guys. Y'all can sign up for the weekly Pick'ems, and at the end of this game, we are going to do another prize. 2 minutes and 21 seconds left to go in this football game. It is Monday Night Football. Motion on the field. Rodgers on 3rd down and 6 will hand it. Ooh, fakes the handoff to Warren. Rodgers in trouble. Goes down, gives himself up. He gets pancaked even though he gave himself up. No flag comes in. This takes us nowhere. Timeout will be called again. The final timeout for the Miami Dolphins will stop the clock with 2:14. It brings up a 4th down and 13, and they are outside of field goal range. 4th down and 13. And the Steelers will end up having to punt this thing away. Dolphins got to score, get the 2-point conversion. Actually, they don't need the 2-point conversion. They really just need to score. Dolphins need to just score here, and then they might be able to recover the onside kick. You never know. La bola redonda. Una bola redonda viene en una caja cuadrada. So vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. 4th down and 13. Waiting for the punt here. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to punt on 4th down and long. The snap, the boot. This one goes back. This one not going to be returned. Oh, they stop it. What a play right here by the special teams of the Steelers to put them down at the 1-yard line. Wow. So the Dolphins will start on the 1-yard line with 2:04 left to go. With 2:04 left to go. Never stepped on it. Wow, what a play here. Doesn't step on the line, keeps the toes off the white line. 1st and 10 at the 1-yard line. Miami got a long way to go. I'm upset again, says T-Bone. Neither team has any timeouts remaining. Except for the 2-minute warning and the sidelines, nothing else is going to stop that clock. Couple incomplete passes or a spiked football might do the same. 1st and 10, shotgun formation. It's at the 2-yard line, not the 1. Achane will get the carry to buy the team a little bit of breathing room here. Achane to the right-hand side. He will pick up about 4 yards. 1st and 10 becomes 2nd down and like 6-ish, but this takes us to the 2-minute warning. So 1:57 left to go. We'll have a 2-minute warning, and we'll come back here to finish this game up. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. First time, says Zulma. Zulma, thanks. That's interesting. I actually knew a Zulma. Very uncommon name, but I had a very good friend in theater with me named Zulma. Zulma Duarte. Cool person. Mario, can you put the links for the Pick'ems Week 16, please and thank you. I'll drop it in one more time, guys. The Pick'ems, again, just visit footballnationusa.com. Here is the link to the Pick'ems if you guys want a chance to win next week. There it is, guys. There it is. Okay. The band Mucus. Interesting, Henry. Let's see. R.I.P. Dolphins. Yeah, R.I.P. Dolphins for sure. Let's hold them defense. I see you. Laquila Brown. What up, Laquila? Who else? Hey, can you post the link one more time? I didn't see it, says Joe the Schmo. It's in the description down below, Joe. It's in the description down below. Hippie Band, says T-Bone. Let's go Steelers. Okay. Actually, since we are going to do our Pick'ems winners right now, let's take a quick look at the form for Week 15. Any winners for Week 15? I haven't even checked to see. 168 responses. We actually had less people play last week. That's actually the fewest people that we've had play in a long time. 168. So coming out the gates here, guys, a lot of people. Yikes. They took the Buccaneers. The Falcons got the win. That eliminated like more than half of you guys. Buccaneers got the win last week. The Ravens got the win last week. The Eagles got the win last week. Keep going here. Texans beat the Cardinals. The Chiefs lost to the Chargers. The Buffalo Bills beat the New England Patriots. Bills Mafia showed up this time. Jaguars all in. The Giants lost to the Commanders. Commanders got the win. The Bears got the win. The Panthers lost. So no winners this week, guys. No winners this week. That means I got to pull the names now and lock everyone in. Pull the names here, lock everyone in. 168 names to add to our prize wheel. Wheel of names. Got to clear all this out. Put all these in. Cool. We'll bring this up in a moment. All right, guys, back to the action. Commercial break is over. 2nd down and 6 for Tua. He'll wind up and throw. Catch is made by Darren Waller. It's good enough for a 1st down. It starts the clock. 1st down. Miami tuna fish. But that's not going to do much. So 1st and 10 coming up. Football out to the 41-yard line. Ooh, they're going to say it's not enough. They're calling it a 3rd down and 1. Which to me seems like highway robbery because it looked like a big 1st down there for Darren Waller. Tua steps up through the pocket. He will keep. He will slide. He will go down. And it brings up a 4th down and 3. Tua didn't even want to take the hit. Clock will continue to tick. And on 4th down and 3, I think the Dolphins, are going to go for it. Clock will continue to tick. So 4th down and 3 coming up. Here's the snap. A 4-man rush comes in on 4th down. A catch made by Achane is going to bring up a 1st and 10. 60 seconds here left to go. First and 10 football to the Miami 17-yard line. Garbage timeout, or garbage time right now. Eric Dexter, anytime, bro. Here's the snap. Tua to the left. Tua to the right. A wind-up and a throw. Almost picked off. Stops the clock with 42 seconds. In and out of the hands of both Nick Westbrook-Akine and Joey Porter Jr. Heyo, looks like Bill Adams now following us on Twitch as well. Gonna have to get that Twitch stuff setting up for sure. Smelling a Super Bowl, says Matt. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know that the Steelers are going to make a Super Bowl run at all, dude. They'll be lucky to make it out of the wild card. They'll be lucky to make it out of the wild card. Y'all talking Super Bowl projections right now for Pittsburgh? Shoot. Play clock down to 1. Double zeros here. Is this going to be a delay of game? Flag going to come in for delay? I got a 2nd down and 10 right now. When did the first down happen? 4th down and 3. Incomplete pass. 1st down and 10. Are you seeing this? Here's 4th down and take a look right underneath me. It says 4th down and 3. Incomplete pass, no gain. 1st down. All of a sudden it's 2nd down and 10. What? So 2nd down and 15 coming up. Tua to the right, throws to the right. Catch made. This time looks like Washington going to get brought down in bounds. So 30 seconds here left to go. It brings up a 3rd down with 27 seconds left to go. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. 3rd down and 5 after a 10-yard gain by Washington. Tua drops back. Tua will wind up and throw. Catch is made by Dulcich. Dulcich out to the 35. Dulcich goes down with 10 seconds left to go. The clock will continue to tick. This will take us to the end of the game. This will be your final score. They're not going to get there on time. Tomlin holding the squad back. Now you can take the field. Okay, that is your final. What? That's the final. Okay, guys, that's your final score. It is 28-15. The Pittsburgh Steelers get the win. Steelers Super Bowl, y'all scored 7 against the Bills, and the refs saved you from the Ravens. You all had 8 yards 4th quarter, saying Jess Finchman. Look, man, I don't care who wins this game. I don't like either of the two teams. That being said, I don't think the Steelers are going to go to the Super Bowl. I just don't see it happening. Okay, guys, let me do one quick change. We are going to raffle off a prize to somebody who played. To somebody who played the Pick'ems this week. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. Those of you guys who didn't play last week, you don't have to stick around. Those of you guys who did play Pick'ems last week, I encourage you to stay while I make these a few adjustments right now. We're going to spin the wheel here and find out who the winner for last week is. No winner based off of no winner for the grand prize this week. No winner for the grand prize this week. But we are going to be raffling off a new item. And let me go to Football Nation. Pull up the beanie. We're going to be doing the beanie this week. We're going to be doing the Football Nation beanie. And by the way, 25% off everything at the Football Nation shop right now. 25% off everything on orders of 50 or more on the Football Nation shop right now. Okay. Let's pull up my beanie here. Customize. Image. Upload image. The beanie image. Okay. Let's actually sort this out. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick look at all of these names right here. I need your help to make sure that we do not have any doubles here. Need to make sure that we do not have any doubles here. LaShawn, did you play this week? Because I don't see your name on here again. I don't have an entry for LaShawn Korb. I don't know if LaShawn is on this list right now. I know you had a question about it last week, and we added your name on there. No fake emails, says David Bacco. 1 second here, guys. I just want to make sure. I don't see any doubles out here either, so. Okay. Let's show this up right now. Let's bring this out. Right-hand side. And go to this. These are all the names out here, guys. We're going to go through this list together. We're going to go through this list together. LaShawn saying, yes, I did play. LaShawn, I'm not seeing your name anywhere. I don't know why yours aren't coming in. I don't know why your names aren't coming in. This is in alphabetical order. Yeah, I don't have your name anywhere, LaShawn. And I'm even taking a look at the actual email addresses and all of them that came in on my side. Let's see. I vote Football Nation Super Bowl show at Football Nation USA. Vote for a Super Bowl show. F. Let's see if I can find Corb out here. Again, I see Ella Corb, but no LaShawn. Oh, yes, I do. There you are. You're in here. Why didn't it pop up? Okay, let's try this again. I've also see 72 entries, which isn't all the names. Let's try this again. I'm going to take all these names. It should be 160-something entries. This wheel should be much bigger. Hang tight, guys. Right now, I've got 168 names of people who played. There we go. Now let's sort this A to Z. Looking for double names. Okay, I see your name, LaShawn. I see everyone who was in there. Good to go. Okay, taking a look at these names, guys. Help me out. We're looking for doubles to make sure we don't have anybody whose name is in here twice this week. Make sure we don't have anybody whose name is in here twice this week. Whose name is Booty Johnson? What a name. Looks like Bill Wagner, Bobby Carroll, Booty Johnson, Bradley Omburn. This might take a second here. I'm going to speed it up just a hair. I don't see any double names. Oops. I'm going to pause right here. There's an email address that got in. I don't want to give away someone's email address. We'll scroll down. Okay, someone's email address came in right here. We'll speed up the pace just a little bit. Craig Evans, no doubles right now. No doubles right now. Eric, I see Eric's name in here twice. So, Eric, we're going to delete one of yours, buddy. One less Eric, so that's 167 entries. Okay, Graham, Grayson, Greg, Helen, Isaiah Berger, Janet Jones, Jeremy, Jim, Jimmy, different Jims, different names. I see Kelly Smith, Kelly Duncan. I see Kevin, Kimberly, LaShawn. There's your name coming by. There it is right here, LaShawn. I got you on the list. Lauren, Lawrence, different Lawrences. Michael Smith, 2 Michael Smiths. Michael Smith, 1 entry. Michael Smith's name. Scroll down just a little bit again. Let's see. Ray, Raymond, Rebecca, Rhonda, Richard. 3 Richards, single names. We asked for full names. Going to be hard, Richard, to tell who you are. 3 Richards taken off the list right now. Robert, Rusty, Santos, Sean, Shane, Sparky, Tamara. And then I got to move this up a little bit so y'all can see the rest. Looks like Terrence, Italian Santa Claus, Thomas, Tracy, all these names. Okay. Feeling good about it, guys? All good? I think that's everybody. That's all the names. If you guys played this past week, thank you guys for playing this week. Let's bring this out. Bring them out. Bring them out. Okay, y'all. This is it. I'm going to click the wheel. We're going to spin it. I'm going to shuffle 3 times so everybody knows. By the way, Mike Smith told me he said literally, if I win again, please give it to someone else. So, Mike, if you're watching, you did say that last week. You sent it to me via email, so I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to shuffle 1. I'm going to shuffle 2. I'm going to shuffle 3. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Time to spin the wheel. Good luck to everyone who participated. Football Nation beanie, ladies and gentlemen. Football Nation beanie. Football Nation beanie out here. It's spinning, it's spinning, it's spinning. Gonna take a second. Gonna take a second here. Eric, I did see your name. I'll double check to see if your name was in there, but I'm pretty sure it was. Slowing down here, guys. Who is going to win the beanie this week? 164 entrants. 164 entries right here. Ooh. Ooh. Slowing down. Michael, Chris, Jeremy, Lawrence. No, maybe David Wilford. Lawrence Bailey. Lawrence Bailey. You win this week's prize. You win this week's prize, Mr. Lawrence Bailey. Congratulations on winning Week 15. Week 15, it goes to Lawrence Bailey. Congratulations, my friend. Can we see the final stat line after this, please? Yeah, sure. Why not? Yes, we can. Lawrence, congratulations, my friend. Well done. Thank you for playing. Guys, gals, ladies and gentlemen, it's on you guys for a chance to win the $100 grand prize. If we don't end up with a winner, we end up spinning the wheel. Then it comes up to chance. Lauren Bailey, congratulations. You have won Week 15 Pick'ems. I will be sending you the email here in the next 24 to 48 hours. Okay, we'll close this out. Let's sort this back out one more time. And, okay. Okay, guys, somebody wanted to see this out here. We'll bring this out one more time. Somebody wanted to see the final stat line once more. Here it is, guys, final stat line. Those are the numbers for the final stats out there. I know that looks super small. I'll leave that here. I'm going to do some more investigation here. Control F. Eric. Looking for Eric's and Eric's only. Eric Dexter, your name was on the list. Eric Dexter, your name was on the list. We did also have 3 Erics who signed up, and nobody put their last name, so that would have been difficult. I would have had to have put both these Erics or all 3 of the Erics back in and respun the wheel for which Eric it would be. I would just literally have put it Eric 1, 2, or 3. But yes, Eric Dexter, your name was on the list there, Eric, I promise. Yes, and I've even got your email out here. I'm not going to say what it is, but 067, yeah, bro, I got you out here. Did you do 067 on purpose, bro? Did you do 67 on purpose, bro, Eric? Anyways, all right, guys, that's it. That's all we had. Here is next week's Pick'ems options, guys. If y'all are still with me, do not forget to sign up for these Pick'ems here. Do not forget to sign up for these Pick'ems here. Can I be one, says Pace? All you got to do is play. A long time ago, says Eric. Okay, a long time ago is when he made that email address. Fair enough. Fair enough, sir. Okay, guys, please, please, please do me a favor so there is not any confusion next week. Please include your full name. If I've got multiple people with the name Eric and I would have landed on Eric, bro, I would have had to spin the wheel again with no last names. This way we know for sure who it is. Okay, y'all. That's it. I hope y'all enjoyed yourselves during this live stream. Week 15 is over. Week 16 on the horizon. I will be live tomorrow night for NBA basketball. Go Spurs, go. And I can't wait to see you guys then. All right, y'all. It's been an absolute pleasure. My name is Mario. You've been watching Football Nation. Until next time, let's effing go. Peace out, guys.